What's up? What's up? We back, y'all. We back. Thursday already. What's up, y'all? Good to see everybody. What up, C Mill? What's up, bro? What's up, B-Boy? What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? We about to get into it. Yeah. We ain't wasting no time today. I'm ready. All right. Let's go. Top of the top. It's intro. What's up, y'all? We got a lot to talk about today. What's been going on, y'all? What's been going on, man? What's been going on the other side? Anyway, we back, man. Back. It's been a wild year, man. It's just getting wild. It's just too much, man. It's June. It's hot. It's July coming in. It's the protests starting all over the country. Diddy trial. And a lot of stuff being confirmed in that Diddy trial. R.KELLY talking about Aryan Brotherhood trying to take him out. He trying to come home off that. HARVEY Weinstein got convicted. He just got one more charge left. Yup. So we got to talk about a lot of stuff that's going on. What's up, y'all? Shout out to everybody that's up. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all know what's up. We're going to get into it. What's up, EK? What's up, Sandra D? Shout out to the family. What's up? Always on deck. Hey, y'all know what's going down this weekend, so y'all stay tuned. Yeah, more coming. Yeah, let's just go. All right. I don't like to do a lot of talking about what I'm gonna do. We just gonna get into it. Tech is king. Don't forget that part 2 this weekend, y'all. Part 2. All right, let's go. So y'all been following the saga this week. All right, BET Award this week, no noise. All right, boom. All right, we know about what's going on with Ray J losing it. Now let's go, man. Let's go. Yeah, y'all heard about that gold dome, right? All right. That's the new world. We're dealing with the end of an era. We're dealing with the closing of this old world, man. And just once again, man, shout out to the people, man, that I'm gonna say shout out to Art of Dialogue, that new Gene Deal skit. I'm gonna say shout out to Vlad TV for that Roger Bond interview. Cause this is my first time watching Roger Bond. My first time listening to him. But I listened to his recent stuff and stuff I was saying, it's confirmed all in his interview. Yep. So on this channel, a lot of y'all know when I tell you my formula, I come to my own opinions. Then I listen to certain people for confirmation. That's how I know what's the truth. So when I tell you I don't go with what somebody tell me, that's part of the formula. So I've been putting this thing together, and everything Gene and Roger Bond said, confirmed. Yeah, about a lot of stuff, especially Roger Bond, a lot of stuff. And I never listened to Roger Bond ever. But everything he said, confirm what I've been saying. Because like I said, if you can put things together, it's all out there. We're going to get into that, y'all. We're just going to get into the number one thing is abuse. But some that Roger Bond did say, and I said this. I said, yo, the truth is, this Diddy trial is traumatizing every woman that's been through domestic violence across the nation. He said the same thing. That's why I say this Diddy trial way more deep than what people think. When I know it's shelters for women abuse in every city in America, everywhere. Filled packed. Women that got abused. Women in programs had to start life over after they got abused. Women in drug program because of abuse. Man, there's so many women. That's why I know that this traumatized. Like he said, a lot of women got to go back to therapy. Like I said, it makes sense. So like I keep saying, y'all, I'm starting to see the psychological effects. But it's not that, y'all. It's a good world. But the world we came from was so dark and dirty and negative. I'm able to watch how it's still lingering over the people. Like I can watch people that been around Diddy. Now, if they ain't been around him in years, his cloud, his aura is still on them. Just like when I said Diddy stole Cassie. Roger Bond confirmed it. Because I know what he did. Once I know what type of person he is in his mind, I know what type of person he is. See, I'm not none of that, but I'm the type of person I'd have mind control over Diddy. Well, he gonna respect my mind. Because I already know what type of mind he is. What else Roger Bond said? Diddy had like the mind of a child. Exactly. You can see it clear as day, man. That's why I know him. He knew who to play with. And if he knew you smarter than him and he needs your smarts, he know what's up. Just like I didn't know about that Group Q. I was told I wasn't watching that Megan in the Band. That Group Q is proof of what Diddy did to them. Man, he destroyed them boys. He destroyed them men. They men now, but they are destroyed. I didn't know they did an interview crying and all that. Man, he ruined people, man. He ruined people so deep. They've been away from him 15 years and plus. No, y'all, what they don't get, we're going to talk about today. What I said, Diddy was the damn devil. That's the part nobody want to admit or accept. How could he do this? He was the damn devil. Now we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about today how hopefully a lot of y'all just get through your head. When you want to do all this other stuff, is what's going to happen. He was the damn devil, and everybody know he was the devil, but the devil paid good money. So it's only one way y'all going to get y'all life back. It's only one way you're going to get back right. But I still see a lot of them people that was in the entertainment game that got abused. They still loyal to entertainment, but they want to be victims. It don't work like that. Anyway, let's go. Top of the top, y'all. We're going to talk about a lot today. I'm chilling today. When I'm on this, ain't never passion entertainment. If I just talk regularly, it'd be boring. You know what I'm saying? That's it, y'all. So, like I said, remember when I said things going to be good? Things going to be good, y'all, but it's not to after this transition. It's not to this year over with. Yeah. That's why it's going down like that. It's still this little good and evil. See, remember when I said good always wins, but evil never dies. So evil lost, but evil don't want to leave. That's the problem. Evil don't want to leave. Evil don't want to bow out gracefully, even though evil lost already. But that's what you're going to watch the rest of this year. It's still this little back and forth smoke thing where they don't want to leave. So that's why the skulls had to come back out. That's right. Things had to get dark on their ass because they don't want to leave, y'all. But when that gold dome come up, by the time everything get cleaned up this year, you're going to see paradise. It's going to happen. They ain't going to stop that paradise. It's coming. But one more thing got to be done. Yeah, I saw that lady, the head of the Department of Justice, talking that smoke. Yeah, they talking about good stuff. Yeah, I said it's going to be a better day, but I didn't know they had something called a big, beautiful bill. I didn't know all that. I was talking about it before. Common sense. You cannot invest money. You can't bring out no new nothing until this criminal, wicked tree is out of here. People been getting snatched. People been getting tortured. People been getting robbed. People been getting buried, found missing. They just, remember that lady I was talking about the other day missing? They found her in a ditch. No. The way it's going down, I'm just telling you everything, my opinion. It's set up where people going to burn, suffer, pay back on the table. Things going to get lit. And once it's over with, then it's over with. But I'm telling you what's going on. When I say the end of an era, so much has went on for so long. We only 6 months into the new world. So that means we 6 months in a new world, but all that old dirt still around. All the people still around. All their behavior still around. So it's going to be that little back and forth, y'all. But the truth is, what I see is everything is good and they ain't going to stop it anyway. Nobody going to stop it. They're going to try to stop it, but they ain't going to make it. So let's go, man. Let's go. But what I said yesterday, I'm just going to touch on it real quick to show y'all what I be talking about. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ancient lady. Thank you so much. That's right. I just try to put on good entertainment for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Get through the day. And check this out, though, y'all. Remember when I was talking about that little beef? What I said yesterday, before I closed out on the live, what I say? I was trying to tell y'all, man. Man, they playing a different game out here, man. I told you, this thing Star Wars, man. This thing all mental. What I say yesterday, family, when I first said about them two beefing, let's look at the title. Elon says he now regrets some of his social media posts about you-know-who. Bingo. What am I showing y'all? What I said. I said, man, like I got to be careful when I be talking. So they playing the game, man. It's called let's see who want to hate on 47. Remember what I said? When he came out with that rant about the president on that list, I think they were just trying to see how many people going to just run with it and just keep going and just keep going. And maybe all them in the database. Who knows? Told you, man. Y'all not ready for them dudes, man. We dealing with the ultimate tricksters of all tricksters. I done tell y'all this a million times. Tricksters of all tricksters. I done told y'all already. You thought you knew about some. You don't know nothing, man. I'm just saying. When I say you're going to see gaslighting, clickbaiting, trick baiting, that's right. They want to see who is against the grain. And by any means, it's going to be some things going down. That's right. Hop on that bandwagon. Go ahead, be a follower. Go ahead and march. Go ahead, hop on the band. Go ahead. That's what they, I'm telling you already. Around here, you're going to be in tune. All I'm going to tell you is, do what you do. Just tap back in if you want to know what's going to happen in this real world. That's it. That's it. I got love for everybody, man. Because I already told y'all in January. I don't, when I say I don't got to be from California to know what's going to happen in California. I don't got to be around. I don't got to be nothing. I don't got to be in an organization. Meaning, but this is what all I'm trying to tell people is, when you want to know, things will be revealed. When it's meant for you to know, things will be revealed. When you're in tune with certain things, you will know everything you need to know. But the first thing people got to do is, what they don't want to do is, they don't want to change their life. They don't want to change their ways. So what people don't get about me, I'm on outside looking in. That's why I see everything. It's not hard. I'm on outside looking in. You inside the mix. You in the shit. That's why you don't see it. So when I was telling y'all about what's going to happen in California, see that man right there locked up? You see them two men to the left? See them two men in that fade? You see that fade out? Let me show you the concept. The fade out is behind the scenes. Huh? You see, you got them right there behind the scenes. That means streams getting pulled, things going down. See, let's go to that right corner. See Diddy and Beyonce? Yeah. See Jay-Z? That's that background mist, meaning that stuff's still going on behind the scenes. It ain't over yet. Meanwhile, while that's going on, you see that stadium? That represents their new world change. When they built that stadium, when they spent all that money on that stadium in Inglewood, then when I saw the money they put into that, the tech, and I know what rebuilding means because it happened to Brooklyn with the Barclay, and I know about this from history. There was a lot of reasons why I knew this was all over with. When I said black entertainment is over with, that's Jay-Z, Beyonce, Diddy. The new stadium, black community, Inglewood, the history of that neighborhood, the blacks that first went there, history over with. The man locked up, that's so-called everybody getting locked up in Cali. That's what? Against the grain, gang banging, criminal organizations, whatever, going to jail. Bingo, January. It's not hard to figure out, y'all. I just know how this country works. I used to spend time being a rebel, but then I started understanding that if you don't understand the ground you're standing on, you always going to lose. Let's go. Now, we're going to talk about what the world's talking about. Number of real updates today, period. What? Kim Kardashian smears ICE as ripping innocent people from their families as RAPs and murderers arrested. The number one thing people saying about her, like I said, about everybody, I'm going to say it again. If you didn't talk about Diddy, nobody want to hear your mouth. If you are known to have been raised amongst Diddy any kind of way, freak off party, bad boy, any type of career, later, recent, anybody know you to be with Diddy for a fact, they don't want to hear your mouth unless you went against Diddy. Or you spoke out for the victims. Period. They don't want to hear your mouth. When I say this all over, y'all, I'm going to prove it today. We saw who do the same thing, the game. Nope. Everybody knows opportunists. Plus, people like Kim K know that that's her fan base. That's her money. Because when you move to Hollywood and you essay and you all them other people, they look up to her. But I was just talking about her what? Yesterday. I was just saying how what? They've been following her ass. Just talk about her yesterday. But she is the face of many, many others that been around Diddy. So when I keep telling y'all, it's only this little game being played, y'all. I'm just going to keep showing you how none of them are spared. None of them. And I'm going to show you how the world is in tune. Her close pal, Sean Diddy Combs, RAPE and ripped innocent people, including children from their families. Yet this serial stank hoe said nothing. Keep your lips closed for once. Shut the F up. Told you, man. If you ain't been talking about, nobody's going for that make-believe stuff, y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This whole thing is exposed. It's no more than, oh, y'all, I'm just going to talk about this. Nobody going for it. They're not buying it, y'all. They're not buying it. They not. When I said they need to shut up and run, when I say they need to go on with their life, nobody's sparing none of them. None of them. Because there's nothing to spare. because everybody knows the truth that Diddy was an abuser. He was an abuser of men and women. Pow! Smacking fire out of women, smacking their ass with hangers. He doing all type of stuff. Abuse. Who abused? What race did he abuse, dummies? Okay. Straight abusive. But nobody cares about who getting abused. Okay then. So that's why nobody gonna say nothing. Get it? Yeah. Diddy was abusing their ass so bad they scared to this day. What did I say? The blackmail program is confirmed. Go watch Vlad. Go watch the interview with the guy Q. He's still traumatized. Because he said that girl Dawn gave him a pill. He was knocked out. He just woke up somewhere else. And to this day, he didn't know what happened until the trial went on. So I keep telling you, the dildos and baby all is to traumatize all the rap men, all the men Diddy been around, man. This shit traumatizing them. Because them dildos, y'all, and that baby all, he was violating men. And that guy Q was my proof. I was able to see that a grown man crying, man. All of them started crying. Because they don't got to be hard. They R&B. They don't got to be tough. They don't got to be fake like Freddie P and them. Man, them dudes start crying, man, all of their ass. Because Diddy abused them dudes. See? He abused the men, y'all. I keep telling you that. But it's shh. Then I heard the guy in the interview talking about he ain't going to snitch. Bro, you being loyal to white. You been abused. He took your life. He ruined you. You still crying. He talking about you ain't going to snitch. You mean you ain't going to snitch on yourself? No, I told you they all on a bogus oath. No, the oath was y'all going to be fruity. That's the oath. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. No, I know that because that oath you under in certain places, that shit ain't going to work. That's just for y'all, man. Talking about he ain't going to tell. Bro, that's why you going to die broke. Y'all going to die broke. No, the snitch code for y'all is take that abuse. If you ain't in the streets, only time snitching in the streets. That's it. Y'all ain't in no streets. No. Told you, man, that's the slave code of abuse, y'all. The slave code of them people is you gonna take this shit and shut up. It starts in the house. You let family touch on you being quiet. You still a punk. No, that's y'all. I'm a young starter bitch. I swing on a grown man. I smack a grown lady. That's right. I'm telling you, if you wasn't certain, I was never the type to respect all adults. If you was an adult and made me respect you, I ain't respect your ass. So we know what that mean? It wasn't no adult gonna abuse me. And if they did, I would have told. No, y'all signed up for that game. Y'all thought y'all was going to get rich. And I'm telling you, Diddy destroyed the men, y'all. This shit is traumatizing. Let me just give you a sneak peek because we're going to get into it today. We're going to get into it today. All right? We're going to get into it today. When you seeing grown men crying. When you seeing grown men breaking down, crying. Man, you know how long ago they was with Diddy, fool? That was 15 years ago plus. They still traumatized. So I know what they did. I know what he did to all of their ass. Huh? It's just that I respect them because they ain't got a front. They keeping it real. No, they all under pressure, y'all. All of their ass. Only one standing strong, you ain't get it yet. Gene Deal, Roger Bonds, bodyguard. Only one standing on the square telling you what it is. That's your proof the rest of them scared. That's your proof he punked all of them. You mean to tell me his bodyguards posted up, letting it be known? Like, they don't scared of no Diddy. Of course they are. Because he ain't get them. I keep telling y'all. And it's just that I respect them brothers because they ain't going to throw brothers under the bus. They ain't going to say nothing. Because everybody know if you smart, you supposed to know what happened. Man, he abused them damn men. Now, he abused them women with objects and hands. But them men was getting dealt with. That guy Q is the proof. So when I told you I wasn't able to catch up on certain stuff, I'm catching on stuff this morning. Everything I've said already confirmed. No, he abused the men. And what he said is, Kim K, you know too, you was at them freakoffs. What I said about Kim K, I said people let her go to watch people get dealt with. Watch your ass get bent over. Because when you that new rapper and you go to that freakoff, right? And Kim K gonna see you giving head. And when you in LA and she see your face, you gonna know your place. That's right. That's how they get dirt on all y'all. I know what's up. So that's why I say I don't know why they stood around. They might as well just be proud. And this ain't got nothing to do with no pride. All right? So look, her close pal was Sean, the Kanye West days, and beyond. So they like this, Kim K. Combs RAPE'd and ripped innocent people, including youngsters, from their families. Yet this serial stankhole said nothing. Keep your lips closed. Nobody want to hear y'all mouth about nothing. I'm talking about all Diddy affiliates. I don't care who you are. Nobody want to hear your mouth. But just know that when people see you, they already look at you as a disgrace. They look at you as you're sorry. And everybody knows all of Diddy affiliates are broke. That's the whole bad boy story. They are broke as hell. The truth is, everybody that dealt with Diddy is broke on the damn internet. That's the truth. You ain't noticed that yet? Salute to Roger Barnes and Gene Dale. They security guards. They not rappers. They not entertainers. So you mean to tell me, out of everybody on Bad Boy, the last ones with the glory are the security guards? Because they're the only ones that been around Diddy and scared to speak and cash out. That's right. So there's your proof who's a punk. Huh? You hear the proof who's a punk. When I tell you he damaged all of them, his boys, Mace, Cam, he did the same to all of their ass. I'm going to say it again. That's right. Several Diddy partiers who have been silent about his case are now speaking out against ICE. Shaking my head. This is a whole nother person saying that. Told you, nobody want to hear their mouth at all. You're not ducking this one. Remember I told you how they try to pick and choose topics? They didn't know social media is so slow, you ain't going to ride this wave. This ain't the old era when a topic happened and y'all try to get cool because you think you're going to get some fans. No. I'm also tired of them keep using them as the face. People keep using Mexicans as the face. They ain't the only ones. No. They always the face of it too. They ain't the only ones. Hell no. You got Russia, all that shit in LA, man. They the face of it. But guess what they said? Like I said, family, all street activity getting rounded up. The lady said it on TV yesterday. The lady, the head of the Department of Justice, like she said, saying about no protest. She said on national TV, it's about them people. They've been snatching people. They them cartels that are snatching. They got people kicked, all of that, man. I'm not going to get into that. It's big news, big TV, big talk. I'm giving y'all the play. So when I'm telling you, people are done with that black rap stuff. Nobody takes it serious, for one. And for two, they all exposed because when I say they exposed, y'all, they all prove to us the fear of that man named Diddy putting all their chest and heart. This man been locked up almost a year. He been in trouble almost 2 years. Some of them ain't been around him in 10 years, 15 years. They still traumatized that man. You gonna talk? I don't got to see the abuse. The abuse is on the after effects. Simple. And he inspired others. He touched the hearts of others. And they still out here. That's just what happened, all right? That's just what happened. So, nobody wants to hear none of y'all. Sorry. Now, let's get to this. Let me straighten this out real quick. Let me confirm something what I've been telling y'all. All right? So, you know what I do on this channel. So, somebody left a comment on my channel yesterday. I'm going to give y'all a perfect, clear example of the time we in, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show you a lesson real quick. So, y'all know what I do. I joke on this channel. Hey, I joke on everything. I also show a lot of love. I also got a statement on my channel that says, all my views and opinions, all right, are not actual facts. All right? Because first, this is for education, entertainment purposes only. Everything I say is all alleged, not an actual fact. Disclaimer, fair use. Comedy, parody, no malice intent. These are all jokes written on the channel. Why you think Jaguar Wright said, ain't a troll? Why? She know the industry. She knows when she reads the fine print. He's a troll. Dummies don't know how to read. They'll write a big paragraph, but they won't read. When I told you the era running your mouth is over with, I'm going to prove it to you right now. The era of you on this internet running your mouth. Let's take a look at this. All this GAY bashing on this channel is going to end up like what happened in Vegas recently. No, just say you like sucking penis and I'm offending you because your feelings hurt. Just say that because I ain't doing no G. See, first of all, GAY bashing, it got to be some hate. It got to be some anger. It got to be I want some people dealt with. I want the ass out of here. I want them done. But that would be bogus, not with me. When I got a channel and I don't know. I never knew it was a way you could tell people sex by their name in the chat. But this is what I'm going to show y'all. For one, I'm going to show you how these men's are punks, how this stuff been touching their soul. But the main thing I want to show all of y'all, The days of playing on the internet are over with. Now, first of all, this person they just made this page 2 days ago. Now, for a second. Now, you see how this person is telling me I'm GAY bashing. Okay. What's the charge for woman bashing? What's the charge for straight man bashing? If women start joking about how men need Viagra and they can't put in no work and they got little jumps, and what's that called, bro? If a woman joking on you because your thing small, what's that called? Is that straight male bashing? Huh? This is what I want to show y'all though. Bingo. All this GAY bashing on this channel is going to end up like what happened in Vegas recently. So what happened in Vegas recently? Right? Now let me show y'all something. I keep it real. I don't play. I'm okay, meaning, this is what I'm show y'all. If I was a snitch, or if I was a bitch, or just say if I ain't had nothing better to do, I could take this straight to the FED. I could take it straight to the feds right now. Yeah. And then in the feds, the same building as IRS, same building. I can go there right now and give him the screenshot. Why? Terroristic threats online. Why? He talking about Vegas. I'm joking. They're going to look at my channel. I'm a clown. They're going to see this and take this serious. Hey, he might got a lot of guns in the house. See how easy this is? This whole shit tracked down. Whole shit tracked down. Even though he's an idiot that's going to come on my channel and going to try to change his name to say comments. All right? Channel started 2 days ago. But I'm going to show you how if I was just a petty dude with nothing to do and I want to ruin his life and just ruin his shit, take this shit to the FBI right now. Screenshot. There you go, sir. Bingo. Got him. Got him. He giving terroristic threats on the internet. He's out of here. That's how simple it is, y'all. So I'll be telling you, I ain't the one to play with, bro. But I just don't get down like that, bro. But I'll be letting y'all know and everybody else know. You can do this, you can say the same thing to somebody and they handle their business. Because you ain't supposed to be doing that. You're telling me things are going to get shot up like Vegas, bro. But you got chopping some more shit and you on the internet banging? No, you're a miserable rainbow man and you hate your life. The real rainbow people are married and they going on with their life. And some of them laugh at my jokes. It's you miserable rainbow people. Your life is the internet because you got tricked. That's why. All right? Your whole life is the internet, y'all. When you going to get it right? Huh? Because I keep telling y'all, the real rainbow people happy. They been marching on. They been marching. Man, they got their colors on. You feel me? They got their flags outside their house. They taking pictures with their lovers. You ain't got nobody. All you got is the internet. And you mad. You're mad because you're fake fruity. You get it? A lot of y'all are fake fruity, guys. It's okay. Because the Diddy trial is about fake fruity men. It's about a man that don't know when he wake up what he wants. He wants hamburgers one day. He wants hot dogs. Then one day, he want to destroy both of them. He want to beat on a man and a woman. He's a weirdo. That's a lot of y'all. See that? That's all I'm telling you. That's all I'm telling you. So, if some women get together and they sitting in a bunch and they joking on a man about how his meat didn't work, he a 2-minute brother. What is that called? Is that called straight male bashing? All right then. When dudes on the internet talk about how much female woman ain't shit all day, just trashing their ass. What that called, bro? See? No. Y'all the most feminine. Y'all complain more than the women do. Y'all so feminine. Y'all feminine more than the feminine. All right? So just shut up. Let's keep going, y'all. Because I had to say that real quick. Because you know what the truth is? This is what they say about a lot of y'all. 6 feet of dirt will look great on you. Did you know that? You know how good that shit'll look on a lot of y'all, man? A lot of y'all be running y'all mouth, don't even know, man. Shit be waiting right for your ass. Shit be waiting right for you. Because you just talk a lot. All right? But 6 feet of dirt will look real great on you. Whole lot of y'all, too. Let's go. GMA announces, Good Morning America announces, major shakeup, marking the end of an era. What's my slogan? What the series I've been doing, y'all? What's my series? The end of an era. Showing y'all many different ways. I done showed you this slogan for many different ways. Gayle King, I've been showing y'all. So what I'm saying is this. Don't be mad at me because you can't comprehend the shit I'm telling you. Don't be mad at me because the way life moving, you don't got the shit figured out. Don't be mad at me because you're going to comprehend we're in a world where nobody's going to tell you nothing no more. So when I joke about your life is books, guess what? You ain't even getting a book no more. So like I said, just because I'm talking what you can't comprehend because you ain't seen it on TV or you ain't been taught by no white man or it ain't no fad, don't worry about what I be talking about because I know what I'm talking about, the end of an era. period. I've been on this planet enough to know from failure. When I didn't know which way to go, I didn't know nothing. Now I know a lot. It's called paying attention. It's free. End of an era. So who's the ones still holding on to an era? So we're going to go back into the era of this dark-ass Diddy trial and this dark-ass monster by the name of Diddy, how he put that dark cloud on the whole community, and they still in darkness. Then while they in that darkness, they talking about protests. More darkness. Who didn't advance, y'all? 2025, y'all. I'm keeping it solid because this stuff is playing out. Let's go. Let's go. Huh? Your life is scripted. Let's go to a clip of this, the Parkers. Look who in the show. Jada Pinkett. What role she played? A cheater, a homebreaker? But that ain't the point. End of an era. That's how Jada used to be. See, Nikki Parker, Monique used to be. They ain't never coming back, y'all. The end of an era. Guess who's still stuck in this era? Guess who life is a rerun? Bingo. Huh? Just because I ain't talking about reruns, don't get mad at me. Because I be talking that shit you're going to comprehend 10 years later. And you know what you're going to say? Damn, he was right. Hopefully you say that. Hopefully you ain't dead. All right? Jane Deal addresses Cameron, the Punisher, about Cassie, P-U-S-S-Y, and how big he felt about Cameron. All right? Once again, tap into all the dialogue. Tap into Vlad. They're heating up with this inside Diddy stuff. Only thing I'm going to say about Jen, I got respect for you, Jen, but don't sacrifice your integrity for Cam. No. Because Jen, Cam ain't get Biggie no tributes. We don't want to hear about Cam, Jen. Jen, keep doing your work. No, Jen, no. All right? No. Do not destroy your integrity. Speaking of for Cameron, none of them. Period. Yeah, we know about Cam history. We know, my point is, bro, you know the street, you know life. Sometimes you can try to take up for a man, and that man can make you look crazy because there's no such thing as taking up for another man. Because I could be saying one thing in his defense, but he could do something opposite and make me look stupid. So, Jen, you put in too much work, man. Please don't co-sign Cameron. Please, man. I'm begging you, man. Please don't do it no more. All right? Please, man. Because I didn't see a tribute from Cam to Biggie yet. So it's up for all of them. Same way I didn't see FatJoe give a Big Pun tribute. And just so happened, two of my favorite rappers. So how would you feel if you was young and both of your favorite rappers got taken from you? All right? So what they going through with that drill rap, I've been with that. Told y'all, man, once Biggie and Pun was gone, like back then, family, I was never buying all that Jay-Z shit. I'm sorry. Because I seen them play back then. I'm like, yo, just so happened, my favorite, when I say my favorite rappers, I'm talking about my favorite lyricists. Jay, I'm like, Biggie dead. Now Pun dies. Now they trying to beg on Nas. I'm like, hold up, man. I seen them play in 2001. I'm like, hold up, man. Somebody's trying to get people out of here. And then what happened? I seen somebody take over. Two punks. One named Diddy, one named Jay-Z. Two punks. I always do with punks. How I knew they were punks? Because Pop told me they were punks. Pop told us they were punks. So we ain't going to go there today. They for the punk generation. I know what they from. Pop told me about all them punks. All right? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Another thing, Jen, you know damn well Cam ain't do nothing after that. He didn't carry the legacy, bro. He didn't do that. No. Cam. So how the hell all of them was with Bad Boy, but the security guard got more stories than them? You get it? That's my whole point. Simple. They scared punks. That's why. We need Diddy trial episodes of the Boondocks immediately. Now, y'all know what I've been showing you on this channel. We already been looking at how this whole rap life come out of Boondocks. How Boondocks was trolling them for being fruity back in 2012, 2011. We spoke about it. We kept speaking about it. But I'm going to show you the public update. I caught this 2 minutes fresh off the press. I'm going to keep showing you in real time, every day, 24/7, y'all, so none of my people be stupid. See what they saying? We need a Diddy trial episodes of that Boondocks immediately. Why? Because they clowns. They all clowns and they fruit anyway. We need a new Gangsta-licious and this shit. That's what they saying, bro. Thought I was playing? Nope. Just so happened. Well, we not talking about this? When I tell you I love my people that been so smart all these years, that been on point, and ain't none of them going for this fake shit. No, a lot of them waiting for y'all to go in that ditch. That's right. They waiting for y'all. Because y'all just won't stop playing yourself. Y'all embarrassing. What she say? Huh? What my Trinidad Queen said. We need Diddy trial episodes of the Boondocks and immediately. Because they clowns. They a joke. Huh? We need the new shit. We saw the R.KELLY shit. We saw Gangstalicious, Doug, Nificent. We know it's Diddy in them. We need an update. That's what they saying. All right? Same thing. You see Cam just can't stay away from that pink. They putting a pink glow around their joint. This ain't no hate, bro. I'm just saying, if you going to claim that pink, bro, you going to rep that pink, man, you got to at least show some love to Diddy. Both of you punks. At least do that, bro. Look, this is shit pop up when I watch rap content. This will pop up. I'm watching Gene. This pop up. Look. NWA Origins, 2 animated doc. You know what they saying? You guys are clowns. What I keep saying, y'all clowns, y'all cartoon characters. Huh? Gangster rap, cartoon characters. All in your face, y'all. I'm going to show you every day how this shit play out. That's why I say it's all control. I'm going to talk about real stuff. Video shut down. They're going to give you cartoons, NWA. See the views? That's how YouTube is rigged, bruh. It's set up like that, bruh. Because they figure y'all stupid. Y'all look at colors and covers. You don't check up on content because you don't open up books. This channel is like a magazine. You feel me? That's what it is. You got to go through the layers. This shit right here, no. Meaning they whole shit operate off a certain frequency. If it's like camera on them, if it wasn't for their brotherhood, they wouldn't have shit. Period. If it wasn't for their brotherhood and their little fans, they wouldn't have nothing. Because that's why I say in reality, they watching themselves. Huh? That's just what's going on now, y'all. I know what's going on now. Yeah, what's going on now is a lot of brothers trying to keep other brothers afloat, but all the brothers going to sink. Huh? Because the captain of the ship is sunk. Diddy. Anything under Diddy going to sink, y'all. Keep telling y'all that. So let me show you how this shit going to work. Now, remember when I kept telling y'all how the new generation, they not going for none of this shit. Y'all can trick others, but you ain't tricking them youngsters. You know what I mean by that? Then I tell you, one by one, they picking on somebody new. Then I told you, when this Diddy shit over with, they going to just keep picking more and more. Then I proved to y'all they was ragging D-Rock. They going to get when it's over with and everybody's bored. They going to say, Cam, Mace, they was with Diddy too. Next thing you know, this shit going viral on the ground. It might already be. I ain't checked. So I'm saying, I didn't check. But I told you, every one of them they going to get its bag. Because as this shit plays out, everybody know the truth thinking like this. Several Diddy partiers who have been silent about his case are now speaking out against ICE. What they say? Her close pal, Sean Diddy Combs, RAPE, rip innocent people, including youngsters from families, yet this serial stink hoe said nothing. Meaning, anybody that ain't been saying nothing, you ain't going to be able to say nothing later because you're going to get clowned, trolled, destroyed. So I keep telling y'all. So guess what's happening? This is what I say. I know the internet, but this is what's happening. See? You see I was showing you how Cam be going so hard with that pink? But when the Diddy trial over with, his whole channel going to go against him. Meaning, his whole channel going to look like he with the baby old shit 1,000%. Yup. And everybody going to get it by then, and all the youngsters going to get his ass. That's what happened. No, it's the youngsters doing all the jokes. Go check out TikTok. When I say youngsters, I'm talking about everybody not from that generation. To them, this shit new. To them, this new. They laughing at their elders. So Dad, you love that bad boy shit, huh? Yeah, Dad, whatever. Know what I mean? That's how this shit looking. No, it's all this. When it's all said and done, and nobody got nothing else to do, that's when you're gonna start seeing the rest of this shit come out. And meaning they all gonna get joked on and clowned. It's all this shit on the internet. You ain't ducking this smoke. So when that lady said that, what she say? We need diddytrial episodes of the Boondocks immediately. Why? Because everybody know that R.KELLY shit was funny, Gangstalicious was funny. So they really saying, y'all are all cartoon characters and clowns, and we need another cartoon of you clowns. Because everybody know the secret of Boondocks. No, Boondocks was about Diddy and the New York rappers, period. How they what? They with everything. Geppetto, all of that. All in the damn cartoon. Why you ain't call up the Boondocks and say they were gay bashing? I don't make memes. I don't do nothing, bro. No. That ain't going to happen. All right? The thing is, nobody cares. But the sad part is, y'all, a lot of men got abused, man. The men got abused. Like I said, we're going to look at that later with that group Q. I didn't know about them from the making of the Band-Aids. The proof is in Q, what he did, man. And it's sad, like I said, because it's the stupid men that didn't want to get the lawsuit. That's how stupid they are. Because they want to be real. They want to keep it real. They want to be... No, bruh. That's why it's wrong, y'all. Y'all trained to take abuse. that you didn't sign. See, it's one thing. See, it's why I say in the street, it's not snitching is different in the street. See what I'm saying? In the street, we sign up to do dirt and you tell him. In the music game, you sign up to make music, dummy. You ain't signed up to get abused, dummy. In the entertainment game, y'all ain't signed up to be abused. Y'all signed up to get money. And you getting abused by rich people. And you ain't suing. Meanwhile, you never gonna get your, whatever they did, you ain't never getting that back. And you're gonna suffer, struggle, and be poor. Because if you would have sued them, at least you could have got that money, went to an island, went somewhere out this country, got your mind right, live for a couple years, get over that stuff. But you're going to stay here in this country. You're going to stay in the same place, and you're going to be reminded every day how you got abused. So this Diddy trial is actually a mental trauma series. Anybody been a victim of domestic violence, this to traumatize them. Any man that participated in domestic violence, this to traumatize them. This is to traumatize all with certain mental issue conditions, period. When I sat back and realized, y'all, when we look at how many abuse centers it is, shelters, you know, that domestic stuff is for real. People dead, in jail. Nah, I know what this is about. That's why I say people keep your head up. Ex-girlfriend Jane Doe under cross-examination. Now, like I said, y'all, they ain't been talking about too much. They ain't really talking about too much. All right. Diddy called her crack pipe. Her nickname was supposed to be crack pipe. And that's what I said. I said just confirmation. Man, I'm not trying to keep saying the same thing, y'all. This shit confirmation. When I realized they were two junkies. All right, two junkies. Roger Bond said the same thing. They were two junkies. Two junkies. You can't make sense out of two damn junkies. That's what they was, y'all. So that's all coming out in court. Not just Diddy. No, Diddy and Cassie was junkie, but Diddy alone was a junkie. Because you're going to see the pattern of somehow every woman he got with became a damn junkie. He called him Jane Doe, that some of y'all assume who she is. He called her crack pipe. Roger Bond said he kept a medicine bag. Well, I said, I put it together. I don't know who y'all be watching. Said they kept a medicine bag, y'all. That fool had so many drugs on deck. I didn't know Diddy was a drug head. You see how it worked? You see how this shit work? You see how the streets get all the blame and all this, that, and the third? I've been in the streets, like, never knew nobody took the drugs Diddy took. And definitely not at one time. No. But see, this is what I say been going on. It's people that been getting blamed for the shit the other people been doing. See what I'm saying? The ones with the suit and tie. The ones that's so clean and perfect, they've been doing the most dirt. Even though I was in what I was in, our whole mentality was look out for people. Look out for the neighborhood. Look out for their skin color. Make sure nobody come abuse them. Make sure nobody come touch or rob them. Make sure nobody break in their car. Make sure nobody touch their, make sure they straight. That's what I signed up for. I don't know what y'all signed up for. I don't know. Because when it's all panning out, we see who's doing all the real dirt and who was getting the blame. See, I know a lot of brothers in jail, but maybe a lot of them should be home and a lot of y'all should be in there. Because I never knew brothers that was into kidnapping. I never knew brothers that was into taking advantage of youngsters. I never knew that. But see, they blame the gangs for that. No, we teach youngsters how to defend themselves. Y'all were teaching youngsters how to bow down. No, it's different worlds, and now y'all world is exposed. Everybody world got exposed. Now y'all world getting exposed. This is what y'all been doing. This is what y'all been covering up. But the truth is, y'all have damaged so many souls, it's never coming back anyway. So when I say the end of an era, the era was abuse. People that did the abusing, and everybody got abused. Just understand it was millions. Millions. Documented on paper, man. Sean Diddy Combs' girl asked him to seek help in rehab. The end of their relationship, she told the jury at the Music Mogul's trial. Diddy was on drugs so much, allegedly, she told that man to go to rehab, man. So when I heard about medicine bags, I already know what's up. Drug head. I just think Diddy lived a life where he had to be on drugs, man. Sounded to me like he lived a life where he was scared, paranoid. He had a whole lot to do. All right? Sounded to me like he had a lot of stuff to do he didn't want to do. Maybe the ghost of Tupac and Big was on him. I don't know. When she suggested he go to rehab, Combs responded, What the hell you think I need? Rehab? This wasn't the first mention of drugs in the trial. During her testimony last week, Jane alleged Combs made her transport drugs across state lines on at least 2 occasions, and she was able to do so with advice from his former chief of staff, Christina Coram. All right, his side piece boss, Ghislaine Maxwell. I mean, the boss of the industry, the boss of the business. Jane has also alleged Combs often gave her drugs such as X to get her prepared for hotel nights, days-long drug-fueled sex sessions with male escorts. She told the court, Combs has not been charged for any drugs. That's another thing, y'all. Oh, man. Y'all people ain't noticing that neither. All these talks about drugs. No drug charges still. Because I get it very clear. No such thing as going to jail if my job was to blackmail people. What Roger Bond say? Some powerful stuff. Confirming a lot of stuff. What'd he say? How he would talk to Cassie about certain stuff. Then he realized he can't talk to Cassie because she's going to tell Diddy. Something I said on this channel, what I say? I said, I know about drug couples. I said drug couples can fight, beat the crap out of each other, destroy each other. And then next thing you know, they go get high together and come back like nothing ever happened. Bingo, Roger Bond said the same exact thing they did. Cassie be one way. He said they go in that room, be locked up about 2-3 days getting high. Did he put on that truth serum, them drugs? She gonna tell everything. And she ain't gonna leave till she tell everything. Because he controlled with the drugs. Told you already. When you put him on them happy drugs, and he might have beat her ass, but he got her on them happy drugs. She feel good. They forgot that shit. She started telling everything like that shit never happened. Y'all don't know about that shit. It's right. Civilians. You ain't been on that dark side, y'all. You ain't been around entertainment. If you ain't been in those streets, if you ain't covered no broken home, if you ain't covered certain stuff, you don't know nothing. You're just going to keep talking and talking and talking. Actually, you're just typing. Let's go. What up? What up, D-Hobbs? No, man. He said himself. He said what? He would talk to Cassie. She showed him bruises. He feeling sorry for her. Da-da-da-da-da. He knew the game. If he wanted to help her, his ass could have ended up dead. Because Cassie going to go right back to Diddy and tell everything. Most of y'all know about this abusive stuff. It happened to some of y'all in real. That's why I say this is, and that's why I say everybody's messed up with this whole lifestyle. Because all y'all was trained to look at people with money like they're so greater than you. What's up, Faith? When they just regular people. Diddy is a regular man, but he had a lot of money, but don't mean he was smart. So I look at any domestic case. Y'all all know cases where the couples might beat the crap out of each other. Or he might beat ass 10 times, but one time she got a good one off on his ass, put him in the hospital, but they still together. But you just didn't know some of them. I learned this, y'all. Some of these relationships abusive are based on they both got the same drug habit, or sometimes they got the same exact diseases. That's why. When you got a couple that been together, but they both got herpes, you know what I mean? It's different. Yeah. Some of these couples got different bonds. That's the problem. They're not bonded by marriage. They bonded by certain things. Some couples are together because they got dirt on each other and want to break up because that one going to expose the other one. Well, you know, so-and-so ain't really that good like y'all thought she was, right? Or you know he really wasn't that man he betrayed to be. Yeah, they got dirt that keep them bonded. Yeah, that's how the whole shit work. Y'all will never be bonded by real love. Y'all will only be bonded by conspiracy. That's right. That's y'all bond. Not you, Roger Bond. That's the bond of the neighborhood. That's the code of what? Silence. Y'all will only be bonded by dirt, blood, abuse. Y'all will never be bonded by what? Positive, innocent, pure energy. No. That's y'all whole shit. Y'all only loyal in dirt. Because y'all, I'm telling you, man, when you learn the system they put these people under, it's a system, y'all. Y'all program is y'all only bonded by dirt. If it ain't nothing dirt, y'all gonna turn on each other. See how they set up? They only train, only one thing they train to do is keep secrets. That's it. Other than that, no. That's how Master got them trained, y'all. I told you. You know what I'm saying? They train to just hold secrets, but they're not trained for nothing else. So that's all they know. Meaning they don't know how to build nothing, y'all. They don't know how to overcome nothing. When she suggested he go to rehab, what happened? he got mad. During her testimony last week, Jane alleged Combs made her transparent drug across state lines. She transported drugs. Let's skip that part. Jane also alleged Combs often gave her drugs such as X to get her prepared for hotel nights, days-long drug-fueled sex sessions with male escorts. All right. Let's continue on. I'm going to go backwards now. I'm going to go backwards since we talking about this Diddy trial. Let me show y'all something. Let's go backwards. Let me show you how this going to go. Let's go right here. All right, skip the madness. So, first of all, how many of y'all saw this interview? Especially a lot of y'all that talk a lot. How many of y'all saw this interview? So let me also show you how a lot of y'all pick and choose y'all content, what y'all watch. That's how I'm going to keep showing you how y'all miss everything. I don't know who they are. I don't know about Q. But I listened to this interview. Why? They were signing Diddy. If they sign a Diddy, I want to hear what they got to say. So, being that they mentioned this in Art of Dialogue interview, like I said, I do homework. I'm doing this morning. I'm watching Art of Dialogue. One little segment come up by a man named Q. Diddy knocked out. Let me go do my homework. Here's Q right here. The one with the whatever. These people right here. I know that man with the glasses all the way to the left. The one that's with that black hat on, look like he, front row. He crying, breaking down. Diddy got him. He said Don Richard gave him a pill. Or he said he woke up. And I know what he was saying. He got dealt with. And he just said he went on with life. He never knew what happened until what? This trial came out. So when I said y'all not getting it, that Diddy did so many people dirty, knocked so many people out, this whole thing is a psychological trauma event to destroy these people. And the powerfulest thing of this is I don't pick and choose. So I look at them as a regular R&B group. I don't look at them as, oh, they didn't make it, they didn't blow up, they're not rich. I look at them as an R&B group that was signed to Diddy. And being that I know the industry, I know how it works. I know you could be signed to somebody, have the best talent, be the best artist on the label, and if they don't like you, and if they ain't trying to deal with you, that's what's gonna happen. But you're gonna listen to who you like. You're gonna watch who you feel was winning. So the jewels in this was everything. When that man told his story about how Diddy traumatized him, and he's crying 15 years later, maybe damn near 20, he started crying, his friends started crying. That's not how real the shit was. But I'm not just looking at it like it's just them. I'm looking at it like any man been around Diddy that ain't strong enough to hold up a front. What I say, they all putting on fronts. All of them. They got to watch Russell Simmons run. Diddy in trouble. They all are embarrassed, y'all, scared. This traumatizes them. That's why Cam was able to step up, because his shit, him and Mace, was a long time ago. Not only that, they've been willing participants. But that man was not a willing participant with that day shirt on. His ass got knocked out and abused. And he said it, he ain't gonna snitch. Sir, it's already over, bro. This stuff is going to kill you, bro. And you missed your payout. Y'all all are stupid. When I kept telling you it's the damn men. Because the men are bounded by a oath, meaning a code of secrecy. And they actually think that secret is more important than their own life. So that man's life is ruined. He's already dead. And he called it snitching, not snitching. Meanwhile, the woman, they get their money. Because, tell you, man, once a man takes something from you, it's an old European trick. It's an old thing, and ain't just no European thing. This shit goes back thousands of years. When they learned how to control animals, and they learned how to control strong, brutal men who call themselves warriors and killers. Well, there's some people had a formula to break all that thousands of years ago, and it still works to this day. That's right. The conqueror. So now you're going to see, right? You see this grown man crying? Make sure you watch the interview on Vlad TV. Man crying because of what Diddy did to him. Only thing I'm going to salute them is they're the only ones that came out. But see, it ain't about what they say. It's about what they don't say. So everything he said, I knew happened to everybody else because what they not saying. Put it together already. That man was crying. Grown-ass man. You see him in the street, he going to look regular. Man crying. Crying. And on top of that, it happened 2007, 8. He's still crying. To the point they all start crying. Come on, bro. That's what Diddy does. Diddy did that to them. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? He did it to the men. Ropes, pumps, Astroglide, pink stuff, Punisher, all this shit. But they want to pick and choose who he did it to. They want to pick and choose who they feel sorry for. What do they say? Everybody knows. What they say? Everybody knows. What they say? Ain't nobody innocent. What I kept saying. Confirmation for me. They kept saying nobody innocent. Nobody innocent. Don't get mad at me. That's what they said. Only ones that ain't what? Playing that role like they don't know what's going on. That man right there with the shirt, hoodie, day 26, glasses, hat, Diddy got him. Said, Dawn gave him a pill. What I said, Dawn had to get on that stand because she part of it. Anybody participate knocking somebody else out. When Cassie don't want to do it no more, she don't want to knock nobody ass out no more. When the other lady, Jane, she don't want to knock nobody ass out. When we know what was in the cabinet, when we know what's in there, let me find out y'all so dumb. Y'all that dumb. That's why I say it's in the court, ain't gonna come out. Did he put GHB and Baby on to knock women out? Of course, if he did that, it would be in court now, right? Now, the Baby oil would have came out in court if men would have stepped up. Because the Baby oil was used on men. So since no men ain't step up, I don't know what this Baby oil for. Hey, might as well put that to the side. But everybody knows. Everybody knows. They the ones proving it. And I felt bad for them because he abused the men, man. Man, the men crying, bro. Grown-ass men. No, when I tell you people got to turn into flowers, this is my proof right here, y'all. It's a whole nation of this shit. It's nations of this now, y'all. And you know what messed me up about this whole shit? This is what they don't get. They still love their music, y'all. They still love the music. So that's why, y'all, it's no sympathy. I still just don't get how all of these people with that complexion, they got into this game, but they still didn't comprehend that music is a religion. This entertainment game is a religion. It's a religion and a lifestyle. And as long as you in it, you're going to go with the program. All right? So what I mean by that is, as long as y'all still pursuing a career to sing, you ain't let it go. Because I know the game. That's how y'all looking at it. Y'all going to take the abuse because you think you're going to be able to cash out on y'all story by keeping it real, and somebody going to see that, y'all kept it real and offer y'all some more work and deals, but it ain't going to happen. First of all, I would have told y'all from the rip, I know the game, so 5 men in a group, you ain't getting no money anyway. Plus, I know Diddy ain't give you no publishing. And if he did, splitting it with 5 men, grown as hell, it ain't going to work. Unless y'all like in sync, you got to be so big for 5 people to eat on one group. It's not going to happen. Plus, Diddy kept all their money. So, the end result later, grown men. You got to see this. When I said, everybody know about the video I did, Turn Into a Flower. No, this is psychological shit. When I saw the movie and I saw the program that they did in the 70s on taking brutal men and turning them into flowers, taking a strong man that's straight masculine, and when they finish with him, he's going to be wearing chokers and all that. They proved that from the 70s, bro. 70s. It's a program, y'all. Diddy ran it on the gangster rappers. We know y'all got a rebellious spirit. We're going to take that rebel out of y'all through rap. So what I'm telling you is this. The men got abused, but nobody going to take up for the men that got abused. That's what I said. But we'll go back into this later because I tell you, it all come from Little Richie. And Little Richie wasn't crying like no punk. Guess what? In that industry, when it come to Hollywood, Little Richie wasn't no punk. We're going to talk about Little Richie later. Little Richie was a man more than Diddy and all these gangster rappers. We're going to talk about it again later because you don't know your history. You don't know nothing. All right? That's why nobody want to hear Kim K. Nobody want to hear no celebrities. Because if y'all ain't saying nothing about Diddy, what they saying about y'all? Diddy partiers who have been silent about his case are now speaking out. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Nobody want to hear y'all mouth. Nope. The days of picking and choosing, that shit over with. All they saying now is we need a new episode of Boondocks. All right, we need Diddy trial episodes. That's it. All right, so we need that. What else we looking at? Cartoons. So you mean to tell me grown ass men watching? No, they telling you a lot of men are still big ass kids. Hip hop was a joke. It was a big ass cartoon. That's what it's about. Now let's move on to the real talk. These two crackheads, y'all, that's all they was. Crackhead junkies. Both of them. Fiends. But I get it very clear. Those fiends were doing a lot of blackmailing. All right, let's go. Jane has also alleged Combs gave her drugs such as ecstasy. All right, let's go. Sean Diddy Combs trial continues after judge struck down defense. So they also saying, Diddy keep trying to get a mistrial. They keep reaching for a mistrial. Some people say, let it go. You ain't getting a mistrial. Some people say he might get a mistrial. So that's what I said. I'm not messing with this Diddy trial. It's going to make you bipolar. Let's go. Jurors heard a voice note that Combs sent Jane around 2023, shortly after they returned on a trip from Turks and Caicos. This is talking, y'all. 2023, after a trip. You are a crack pipe. That's what Diddy called her. That's my new name for you, crack pipe. He said in a voice note, call you crack pipe. Combs seemed unwell at the start of their relationship, prompting her to suggest rehab. Jane told the jury, I felt that he was developing jaundice, she said. That man was getting jaundice. I feel that his gums were gray, probably from drug use. Jane continued, and I felt that his hands were shaking, probably from consuming alcohol. So she's saying she think Diddy had jaundice, bro. That shit crazy. What y'all think? Anyway, let's go, man. Nothing but dark news. Look what they saying about all of them, man. The realest shit is not in the Diddy trial, man. The realest stuff was said already. This what they saying, y'all. Did Drake not say he feels like he's bisexual on that song? You think all those #1 and Lucians didn't play with that booty hole once? Look at what Diddy be doing to Negroes for a beat. Keep showing you. Everybody know what happened. Everybody know what's up with them. In court today, on the stand, Jane, one of Sean Diddy Combs' accusers, who was using the name Jane Doe, on the stand. So now you're seeing, right? They saying it has been a request to remove a juror. All right? It is said in a request to remove a juror because they are saying that it appeared to be a lack of candor with the court. From the juror, the judge said he'll handle the issue. So a juror been accused of candor. So let's make it clear. The quality of being open and honest in expression, frankness. So basically they saying one of the jurors don't seem to be honest. So they're going to be releasing the juror, I think. So we got to watch that. If they release a juror, that can affect the case. See how we all talking junk? Look how we all talking junk, y'all. Let's see how much people know the law. Once again, top of the top. How much does it take for Diddy to beat this case? How many people does it take? And we're going to make this real simple. How many people does it take for Diddy to beat this case? Let's see who really knows the law. Yeah. We about to get into hold up. We about to go to the day. All right, let's go. One, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's why I say this entertainment is fun. It only takes one person for Diddy to beat this, guys. And a juror has been removed. And who knows? It just take one jury. It don't got to be that juror number 6. It could be any juror. It don't matter. It just take one. It just take one person that think like some people in public to say, sounds to me like they were just a bunch of drug heads. They was abusing each other. They was abusing themselves. They was abusing their own body. All right, it's very simple. But everything has to be proved in the court of law, so we got to play out. We'll see what happens. Let's get back to the show. All right, let's get back to the show because I need y'all to feel sorry for them, man. Just by what Diddy did to them, y'all. What did we say? Then we cracked the code around here. That's what made this so beautiful for me, y'all, because I was talking about all this stuff with no proof. Still saying alleged. But when they gave us details on making of the band, what you got to do to get on the show, you had to get touched on, groped on, played with. But I noticed the program was more people are going to get abused and sent home than the people that get selected because they were having fun with people. No joke. And if they didn't have fun with you, you wasn't getting on the show. That's what they was doing. So now that I can watch this group from Making of the Band days, and I get it clear because they the proof of what I already thought. They were abused. He got on dangling earrings. They were abused, guys. He was the one crying, and they start crying. And he had to put his, he was trying to be the tough one. He had to put his glasses on. He the one trying to be tough at first, doing all the talking. Man, he started breaking down, guys. Yes, he did. So I'm not the smartest man. If I can see two men crying because what happened to another man, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. When I kept telling y'all, what y'all don't get, I'm going to say this again. And this problem, y'all, it's not about the people that came out the closet. It's not about y'all. Meaning, the people in the closet are who we talking about. They are the ones suffering the most. They're the ones that are traumatized, y'all. It's the ones in the closet. They can't live their life. It's mental abuse now at this point. That's how it's set up to be. When I kept saying everybody in the closet is happy. If you ain't been abused and you got your lover or you got your single life, you happy. It's the ones in the closet. The one that was touched on as a boy by his uncle, he can't tell nobody. The one that went to jail and got RPE, he can't tell nobody. We talk about rainbow communities, it is so many. You got the real ones, you got the fake ones. All right? You got people that's rainbow, you got people that's straight bi. They love women just as much as men. And to clear it up to you, they favor bi more than rainbow people now. Bi at the top. That's what it is. But it's different people. Picks. People make choices. People got a lifestyle when they grown. But y'all not getting it. I be joking on the gangster rappers. The ones that claim to be tough but are in the closet. They are the most treacherous ones to cover their secret. That's what's being said. Everybody knows this. Vlad, everybody knows. It is the man in the closet that got the most to hide. That's the one that will beat you. He will do whatever to hide his truth, his secret. They are the worst ones under black, under everything. That's what I said. That's where we at. I just respect them brothers because they came out. They ain't trying to hide their R&B. But there's a lot of them out here like that. It's a lot of them. That's what we talking about. That's what I'm talking about on this channel. We talk about this Diddy shit. The Boondocks ain't joking on no rainbow people. It's joking on these dudes supposed to be so tough. But at the flip of a switch, they will break and cry and beat a woman ass to hide their secrets. But I'm trying to tell you, it's not, nobody cares, man. Guess what I'm going to tell you again? When this Diddy trial is over with, nobody's going to care about nobody's sexuality no more. This the most shine some of y'all ever going to get in your life ever again. To make it clear for you, you should already know what's going to happen. I'm just telling y'all, this is the last shine y'all going to get. This is the last time people even going to talk about this stuff. Nobody even cares no more. Understand that part. We already had it for 15 years, y'all. After this Diddy trial, nobody's going to be talking about that no more. Why? Because the people that's situated, they straight in life. They moved on with their life. You're stuck on the internet. You're stuck on the internet defending a lifestyle that you can't even live out because you're still in bondage. Pick one. Pick one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Pick one. Then ask yourself a question, genius. Is this a coincidence? What up, Sister T? Is this a coincidence? I'm going to always update your database to show you. Is it an attack? Is it a conspiracy? Or were they just all dumb Negroes that did dumb stuff? Hey, let's look at what they did positive. Nothing. You put them together, one big zero. Failure. So, Man, watching it, man, Diddy was a piece of crap. I already told you he was. I already told you the damn devil. That's what they don't want to admit. Nobody wants to admit Diddy was the devil in the flesh. You heard about the devil. You heard a lot. Well, any close image you ever gonna get to the devil in the flesh is that man right there. I heard the stories. I got every detail. When that man said he made people cry for fun, I'm about to make her cry real quick. Watch this. Ain't the devil, man. I know he about everything they said. I know about people like Diddy, man. Because I was raised around devils. I ain't know I was raised around devils till I got older, man. So I've been know how to finesse devils. I'm not playing with y'all. No. When this man said it, Diddy was playing mind games with them, man. He was playing mind games. What they say? You never know what day you're going to get from Diddy. He might come in there, what's up, bro? You good? He come in there one day, show you love. Then come in there another day looking at you like, what's good? What's good? No, he's playing mind control games on all y'all. I'm going to say when he took that bracelet with Capricorn Clark, mind games. That man played wicked, deep mind games. I know what he did. I know what he was doing. He was breaking their ass. I'm going to make you think something happen. Ain't nothing happen. I'm going to do shit just to make y'all jump. I'm going to do shit just to make y'all heart pump. I'm telling you, man, I was raised around that shit. I'm telling you, I know. I'm talking about that. That's that Debo shit. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is. When the goon, if that goon don't got favor in you, that goon gonna give you hell. That's how it goes. Or until you prove that to that goon you ain't scared of him, he gonna give you hell. That's what Diddy did to them. He tormented souls. Know what that mean? Hey, I make you feel good when I want to make you feel good. Here's some money. I make you feel pain when I feel like it. I control your heart, your spirit. I control you, men. All y'all. That's what Diddy did, y'all. That's what he did, but he did it for decades and decades. He was not going to stop. So it's the reason why they all scared, y'all. I've never seen grown men crying, y'all, at once, at the same time from one man, bro. I've never saw that before. Never. But like I say, I respect them men because they ain't have to front. All the men wanted to do was do their R&B, y'all. That's it. So all they wanted to do, just do their damn music. What happened? They got abused. Taken advantage of. That's why I say it hurts the men more when they get violated and sent back home broke. They got to go back to their family as men. Woman, man done with you. You've been through break. I mean, woman is different. The men got it the worst, y'all. Because the men got to live with that till the day they die. This man said he was ready to take himself out. He going through shit. I guess he was from Rochester. He said he back in Rochester. Don't know what to do with his life. He walking around lost. This shit happened in 2007, bro. You do the math. 18 years ago, he still traumatized, y'all? Some of y'all done had kids back then. Your son 18, your daughter 18. He's still traumatizing back then before you had your child. No, y'all. Psychological effects of trauma, y'all. This whole generation has been dealt with a psychological effect. When they say that there's a lot of mental issues, y'all, it is. And people are trained not to get help. So that's what's going to destroy everybody, man. People are going to be destroyed for not getting no help, holding shit in. Because you didn't know the past destroys you, holding stuff in destroy you. That's why y'all always going to be stuck in the past, because that's how we destroy y'all, bro. You're never going to see your future, man. No, y'all, when I told y'all get out, this is what I mean by get out. This is what get out means, y'all. How you can be these people and you can do a whole lot, man. You can make it to Hollywood. You can make it to MTV. You're going to always have this dream. You want to be something that you're never going to be. And you're going to get trapped in this shit where somehow you just ain't going to get out. Meaning you're not going to be happy. The shit you desire, you're not going to touch it. You're not going to smell it. They didn't get it, y'all. They didn't get it. They ain't know the Hollywood game. So that's why I got to talk about Lil Richard. Told you that Diddy shit trash, bro. But I'm going to talk about Lil Richard. That was Diddy before Diddy. He the original Diddy. He the original Diddy. Why am I talking about Lil Richard? Because he was a man. He knew how to play the game. Little Richard was outright rainbow. I'm going to say this again. Pride Month. I'm going to let you know this. I ain't got no hate. I'm going to tell you what it is. Because truth is, what y'all don't want to acknowledge, all this shit is really black history. That's what it is. The black history they didn't want to claim. But I'm going to claim it because y'all punks. All right? Little Richard was a real man. Know why? Little Richard had to look them the real white racists in their face. He had to deal with them real Klan members by himself. No team, no shooters, no guns. Real Klan members, real white Nazis. He had to deal with that shit face to face. No help. What else about Little Richard? Little Richard grew up dirt poor. Guess what? When Little Richard sold out, he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. First of all, Little Richard was already flaming, getting beat by his daddy. His daddy whipping his ass anyway. All right. Back then, we talking about 50s. He getting his ass whipped. Plus, they were poor. Little Richard said, yo, man, my mother ain't about to be struggling back in the day in Georgia, knowing Klan on their ass, poor as hell, dad whipping his ass. He already knew what time it was. So he also tried to stay in the church. He tried to stay righteous. He tried to be righteous, but his sexuality always got him shamed. But his heart was with God. His heart was righteous. He was a good man. He was a good dude. But his sexuality made him, in the eyes of others, wicked. And they were shaming him for that. He had to go through all that. You got to remember, back in the South, whole city know you fruity back then. They all against you back then. It's a shame you can't show your face. You couldn't show your face back then. Why y'all so proud now? Little Rich couldn't show his face. What'd he do? Leave town. He got talent. He learned from the church. He got talent. So other people already coming to the church, checking him out. So he go to Hollywood. He don't know what's going on. But what happened is, yeah, he had to holler them executives. But it was easy for him because he was already gay. So it was easy for him because he was already gay. So what they do to Little Richard? They made him be straight. I told you in that game, you're going to be backwards. You come in gay, they make you straight. Little Richard had to have a wife. Little Richard had a wife, all that. You punks ain't got no wife. You punks ain't got no male lover, and you ain't got no wife. We got nothing. Little Richard had a wife, punk. You guys are punks, Cameron. Jimmy, you a punk. Little Richard had a wife, fool. Yes, he still was more man than y'all. And what Little Richard do? Look the white man in their face. He also knew that any day get his ass killed. Little Richard was the first black man in this country on that stage, on that TV, period, with makeup, a superstar, period. But he had no choice. He had to have his pride. He had to be able to do what he do. Meaning, when he sold out, he know what he was doing. He sold out for his family. He sold out for his mother. Straight up, he said it for himself. He sold out for his mother to put his mother in the house. He sold out for his damn mother. These niggas ain't sell out for that. They sold out to floss on you. He sold out to get his mother out of racist-ass Georgia where the Klan wasn't going to let him have nothing. That's what he did. So that's why I say I laugh at these rap punks, but I respect Little Richard because he was a real man. Know why? Because he still, to the last day, he got out that shit. He left that shit alone, and he still kept it real. Man, the fool took my money. They jerked me. He kept it real. He turned his back on the industry in his last day. He was done with that shit. Because he conquered it and made it for all y'all. It wasn't for Little Richard, it wouldn't be no damn Diddy, because Diddy was Little Richard. They all the same, y'all. What went for him was the standard for all of their ass. First house Little Richard had, big-ass pink mansion. No, y'all, because that was how they humiliated black men back then. Back then, y'all was the face of masculine strength. The game was, the game in this is backwards. So you might be strength in your house or community, but when you come to Hollywood and you on this fucking TV, you gonna be feminine. And they all knew they role. You're gonna put this on, this wig, this lipstick, Flip Wilson, you're gonna put it on. That's what it is. I also told y'all, watch the Little Richard movie, you'll get it clear. I told you, watch JoJo Dancer, and you'll see how Richard Pryor had to come up. You'll get it clear. The reason why a lot of y'all are stupid, because you were born of a certain era where you ain't research and look nothing up that ain't on the damn internet. I know a lot of y'all stupid with ADHD. You can't sit and watch no movie. You think I thought I was dumb? No, a lot of y'all can't sit and watch a whole movie. Your attention span don't work. No, Little Richard was the clue for entertainment, but a rapper ain't gonna tell you, huh? Nobody's gonna tell you that. But that's how I keep saying. Everybody pick and choose their history. That's why y'all don't got no history. Y'all pick and choose history. Somehow you just pick failures. Because the ones that won, the one that opened the door for every single person you like that's black is him. Young Thug was the rebirth of Little Richard. Your generation. Same place, Georgia. All right? What Little Richard did was change the frequency of music. He had them white people in a damn frenzy. That's what he did in his day. Understand that? When he talked about he founded that rock and roll, what they was telling was Little Richard started love, sex, drugs, rock and roll, because Little Richard music was the first to turn the country out. That's right. Little Richard music had blacks and whites coming together. Did you know that part? Little Richard music had blacks and whites coming together across the whole America. So he became a threat because they knew that them blacks and whites were coming together and they were partying, having fun. That's right. So we talk about this racist shit. You gotta know your history. Because Little Richard was a founder of a lot of shit, but you remember, he got written out of black history. That's why you didn't never understand black culture and entertainment. The whole trick of why y'all never knew the truth about entertainment, because you wrote Little Richard out the shit. So when I tell y'all I did 100-year back research on this shit, 100 years, I know what I'm talking about. It's niggas in the game, they ain't do their research, they ain't do their real homework. They don't know, man, a lot of them don't know. Meaning, this I'm going to show you what it is. These guys done got violated. They still crying, trying to get a deal. No. When you understand it's the devil's music, fool, you going to stay crying. You know why Little Richard won? Because he knew it was a devil's game. That's your problem, punks. He knew what game he was in, like I keep telling you that. Some people sign up to get down, and some people just want to be down. When you know your job, you're going to do your job, and you're going to take what comes with it. All right? And even if you did your best, you're going to bow out gracefully. That's Little Richard. These punks didn't do that. They still broke. They don't got no accolades. They ain't create no new talent. They didn't create no new sound. They didn't change the world. They didn't bring people together. They don't know how to do shit. That's Little Richard. No, you want to talk music? Talk to me about Little Richard. All right? Because none of them ain't top him yet. Little Richard wasn't getting broken down like that. That's what Diddy did to them. Meanwhile, Diddy was a gangster, Little Richard, abusing his own people. All right? All of them. Jay-Z, all of them. To this day, they ain't just scared of Diddy, scared of Jay-Z too. Both of them. And as long as Jay-Z out, they're going to stay scared too. All you got to do is look at Jada, look at fatjoe, look at all of them. They all dealt with. I'm saying it for a reason. Because everybody want to act like Diddy ain't abused nobody. You ever seen 3 men crying? I didn't. Meaning, they supposed to be masculine. Let's look. They supposed to be masculine, bro. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. He was the strong one. When it's said and done, he started crying. Because what happened is, this is what happened. First, he started crying, and then he made him start crying, and then the one in the middle, he started. See right there, he ain't got no shades on. He was the one doing all the talking. But by the time they started crying, he started crying. Had to put his glasses on, bro. So it was a chain reaction. I said, man, I know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at broke men, man. I'm looking at broken men, man. Diddy destroyed their ass, y'all. Then, like I said, it hurts more when you in the game and now you got nothing. It hurts more. It hurts more than if you never got on, period. Then it hurts more you broke and they done played with you, tossed you up. And you realize that, damn, they played me, man. Every time I see them on TV, they played me. They played me. And guess what? You're not a female. Females can say, hey, you know, I slept with Diddy. We did have fun, though. You a man. You can't say that now, can you? Yeah, you can't say Diddy stuck his thing in your mouth. Diddy made you go down on him. You ain't gonna say that, right? No, y'all, it's the truth. It's all playing out. So this is what I was trying to tell people. Let's get to R.KELLY, man. R.KELLY trying to get up out of there, y'all. He's trying to get up out of there. He's trying to get up out of there. What's up, new mom? What's up, Brit, sister T, Miss Be Loyal, Divine, Seeker Truth? What's up? R.KELLY trying to get out, y'all. He ain't stopping. All right, y'all, we got to look at this one. What you think? Oh, man. R.KELLY is saying his lawyer, all of them, they got proof. Allegedly, it's been a shot called by the Aryan Brotherhood to take R.KELLY out. That's what they saying, y'all. They saying it's a hit on R. But I'm going to say this. Could be not. It could be R.KELLY attempt to fake a hit on his own life so he can get up out of there. Because they are saying that they want R.KELLY released immediately because it's been threats on his life. Aryan Brotherhood, they saying there's a bag on his head right now, and it's supposed to be taken out. We gonna look at it. Let's go. R.KELLY's team demands release over alleged murder plot. R.KELLY's legal team has filed an emergency motion for the singer to be immediately released from federal custody after claiming that there is a secret plot to end the disgraced artist's life. According to Kelly's attorneys, they have obtained evidence to show that officials recruited an inmate to take him out while in custody. Wow. This can go a lot of ways. Because R.Kelly still got dirt on a lot of people. And we know what happened to who in jail? What just happened to somebody? Huh? Who else got dirt on that man? I don't know, man. Remember the other day I showed y'all we looked at the cartoon? It was said that R.Kelly was there that day. Jay-Z went in the room too. It was said R.Kelly got a lot of dirt on him, man. He knows a lot. He knows a whole lot. Yep. Just so happened, right? You know what's funny about this? Tory Lanez just got a tip on his life. Now R.Kelly said somebody going to tip on his life. What up, punches? Though he still ain't getting out. He trying though. Yeah, you get it? Is R. Kelly trying to say he think Jay-Z got a bag on his head? He could be saying that too. They trying to get Tory. I find they're trying to get me too. It's the reason why I said that. We're gonna look at it. Cause R. Kelly, and the truth is, man, if we listen to Suge, if R. Kelly was to talk, but that's how you know, y'all. R. Kelly, another one brainwashed. He's sticking to that script. He ain't telling on nobody, y'all. He going down with that shit. Yup. You know, y'all know damn well R. Kelly could have told a lot of people, man. He ain't telling, bro. They still be having hope they're gonna make it out. Yeah, that's why I say I control you with secrets. I could give you a secret of failure and say, bro, don't tell nobody. Meanwhile, I done told everybody what I told you not to tell. And that's just how easy the shit is. Feel me? And meanwhile, I make you be the fool. That's how it works. Make you take the L. Yup. So that's all Kelly doing. Because we know for a fact that man could have been telling the whole, even if he just not even telling on nobody. He just did interviews from jail, just breaking down the industry, what really go down. You know, it ain't just me. All of them do stuff. Like he just starts saying shit like that. He ain't gotta say no names. I know about this. I know about when they do that. Even though Nas told you about something too. Nas said something. He said Jay-Z with that R. Kelly shit. Yup. When they had beef, when he got mad, he said it. Yup. According to a sworn statement. Let's go, y'all. A sworn statement. A sworn statement from terminally ill Aryan Brotherhood leader Michael Glynstein. Prison officials allegedly promised him freedom in exchange for killing Kelly. Wow. The Aryan Brotherhood, under oath, is allegedly saying they wanted him to do it. Prison guards. Let's go through this real quick. Prison officials allegedly promised him freedom in exchange for killing Kelly. Fearing Kelly and his lawyers would expose damaging info. See? That's it right there. Allegedly promised him freedom in exchange for slaying Kelly, fearing Kelly and his lawyers would expose damaging info. Thank you, Deb. Thank you. There you go right there, y'all. Damaging info. R. Kelly might could tell somebody's with him running trains on people. I kept telling you it. Basketball World album ain't finished yet to the other one there. Thank you, Deb. Check it out right here, y'all. I'm going to say it one more time. According to a sworn statement from terminally ill, the Aryan man is sick. He's terminally ill. Aryan Brotherhood leader Michael Glynstein, prison officials allegedly promised him freedom in exchange for slaying Kelly, fearing Kelly and his lawyers would expose damaging info. Stein says the official planned to sabotage evidence so he walked if charged. Wow. It said that the prison guards was in on a hit to get him to do it, and in the end, they were going to mess up the evidence so he could walk. Now, this is the tricky thing with this is, I know for a fact, correction officers can be bought, so I'm going to say this is very possible. Because, hey, If somebody offering them damn officers millions, millions, I'm gonna say it's very possible. I also know how they like to switch people. You know, don't let nobody black get R.Kelly. Get an Aryan person to do it. They know R.Kelly's still a threat in there, y'all. Now, we can say R.Kelly making it up, but this is a statement, meaning this man allegedly on his deathbed. So allegedly, this man on his deathbed, which means what? He ain't got no reason. He could have died with his secret, right? We'll see. So let's go. Kelly is currently serving a 30-year sentence. They are requesting that he be released under house arrest. All right? They trying to say R.Kelly should get house arrest, y'all. 25 years. Hey, would you take 25 years home house arrest, but you had to stay in the bathroom your whole life? Would you do that? Would you rather be in prison or at home in a bathroom? One of them big bathrooms, too. But that's all you got. You just come on the bathroom with Wi-Fi. Would you rather come home? Stay in jail. See what I'm saying? Yeah. There's option B, R.Kelly, you got to stay in a one-bedroom apartment. That's it. You're never coming out. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. According to a sworn statement from terminally ill Brotherhood, Aryan Brotherhood member Michael Glenn. All right. So now you see it. Stein, who landed in Kelly's unit. He might have been strategically placed there, y'all. He landed in R. Kelly's unit, but he could have been placed there. Let's check it out. He landed in Kelly's unit in March. In March. Diddy trial started in March. It started May, but it sounded to me like they were getting ready for that Diddy trial. It started May, but I remember in March, they started announcing Diddy trial and all this stuff. 2 months before Diddy trial, y'all check it out. Stein, who was landed in Kelly's unit in March, was ready to carry out the hit, but ultimately warned Kelly instead. He warned Kelly instead. Kelly's team also says they later learned a second Aryan Brotherhood member was tapped to kill both Kelly and Stein. Wow, kill him and the dirty man. Wow, the cleanup man. They argue the singer remains in serious danger as he's still locked up with Brotherhood members. I believe this shit, y'all. I believe it now. I believe it. Just off the fact here in North Carolina. That ain't no max. He could be touched. Then blend it in with them Aryan Brotherhood because they're in North Carolina. Make it look like it's some normal country white boys. I believe this shit, y'all. Know why? Because it's the timing of it. In March, they just start dropping Aryan Brotherhood on his what? Then he telling that somebody gonna take both of them out. So look at it like that. See, I'm looking at it like that too. And that's what I'm trying to show you how the world works. This is how the world works, y'all. It's so much going on. This will come out and make us think this shit ain't nothing. Whole time this shit for real. So when I know how media work, I'm gonna pay attention to this. Because I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at it like the one they sent to do the hit, he got scared. He knew the play like, yo, if I take out Kelly, they're gonna take me out anyway. He told. That's how I look at it, y'all. Or worse come to worse, R.Kelly put this whole shit together so he can come home. But I'm gonna say this part right here, y'all. If they put them Aryan Brotherhoods with him in March, I'm gonna say I think they was gonna try to take his ass out. Because, y'all, he is the link with Aaliyah, man. He is the link with everything. And something I said on this channel, y'all. And let me show you something. In this article, they didn't put him in it for no reason, y'all. They didn't put him in it for no reason. They didn't put him in it for no reason. Because they throwing subliminal messages. If R. Kelly thinks somebody want to take him out, who you think might want to take him out? Huh? What happened to Tory Lanez? Which I don't know. What the Tory Lanez case say? We covered it clear. They put that man with Tory Lanez in that pod. The whole game was Tory Lanez supposed to be cool with him. All of a sudden, this man talking about he got word that Tory Lanez gonna put a hit on him. But he the one stabbed up Tory. Sounded to me like a pattern. And I think maybe R. Kelly got hit like, oh shit. R. Kelly might have started getting posted up like, hold on. They did just put these funny dudes because to throw it over Tory Lanez, what they use. Mexican. This shit could be for real, y'all. Because the last man that knows a whole lot, y'all, is him. He's the one with all the real incriminating dirt of the minors, man. Why I say that? Because when you hang with R.KELLY, you know they was jumping off. You know they was jumping off. Then y'all forget this too. They was working on Best of Both Worlds after the tape came out with him peeing on that young lady. Y'all forget that part too. They actually did an album after the pissing. When I say it's a reason why nobody respects that community, y'all whole life is based on entertainment. Y'all whole life of secrecy is based on entertainment. This is why nobody cares. I'm going to say I believe this shit. As of now, I believe this shit. Because just off the fact that these Aryan Brotherhoods, and I know what's up, they take contracts. I know what's up. That's how Aryan Brotherhood take contracts. Mexican Mafia and them take them contracts. That's how I know. They know you don't trust Negroes with contracts. You don't pay Negroes. No, you don't. So the reason why I say that also is because the Aryan Brotherhood guy is telling on the other guy because he knows the play. They was going to use me as the flunky, and they was going to take me out. R.KELLY's legal team has filed an emergency motion motion for the singer to be immediately released from federal custody after claiming that there is a secret plot to end the disgraced artist's life. According to Kelly's attorney, they have obtained evidence to show that officials recruited an inmate to murder him while he's in court. Now check this out. Reason why I know it could be some merit to this, I did not see this on TV at all. Shh. Shh. And I know how media work, y'all. There's so much stuff going on, this shit could be real. Because somebody could already had a plot. Yo, while this Diddy trial going on and all this other shit going on, best time to get his ass. You got all this ICE stuff going on, all this roundup, all this election stuff, all this regime change. Might be time. When they fired 5,000 agents, when they fired government officials, I know what's up. So here you go, y'all. Here you go. Is it a coincidence they all in jail, y'all? If you didn't know, this alone was a sign. They showing you R&B, rap, gangster rap, good boy rap, whatever music y'all talking about. Is it a coincidence? Let's look at Diddy. Everybody name, Jay-Z name got brought up with Diddy, Beyonce, Jay, all these people. All right, so now this is the next question. Why is it only the bodyguards that are not scared, y'all? Why is it only the bodyguards speaking out? The bodyguards have obligations as well. Why they the only ones speaking out? Because they the only ones that didn't get abused. The bodyguards don't get abused, y'all. That's why they can be who they are, comfortable in their skin. And hey, tell you what it is, man. When I can watch his interview by himself, and then I can watch 5 men together, and I'm a man, and it's not hard to figure out why all of them crying. This is what I keep telling y'all. I don't know about a lot of y'all, but I know I can look at a man and know a man. Meaning, I'm not talking about a man's sexuality. I can know a man that's confident in his skin, no matter what he got going on. And when I see men just having regular conversations, I know what's up. He having regular conversations. He's good. They having regular conversations. They break down. It's called they've been abused. So the question is, why is only Diddy's bodyguards, y'all? The only ones for years been telling any type of thing about anything. The only whatever. Meaning, Roger Bond and Gene Diddy don't look at Diddy as no god. And if he was, they didn't let him get power over them. But why everybody else like that? And why did Tyron tell us at Death Row, Suge made men hump each other? Because every male artist, their ass had to get broken, y'all. So the thing that made it bad is they got abused, but they never became stars. And they don't got their publishing. All right? I also didn't know that Megan the Band made all that damn money. I didn't know that. They say Megan the Band made the most money out of all reality shows, y'all. I didn't know that shit. I didn't watch none of that. Say it again, after Biggie died, I've been down with Puffy. The last song, A Bad Boy, I ever rocked with was all about the Benjamins, and you know who on that last verse. And you know that's after he died. That's the only shit I would fuck with. After that, I ain't rocking none of this shit no more. Nope. So let's go to the real shit. Spoke about this the other day. Oh yeah, back to this. Let me show you something. You know what happened once she on your ass, right? Just to update y'all. Nancy Grace been on their ass too. Nancy Grace been on their ass 24/7. When I tell y'all this in the real world, and know you're gonna do to stop it, you try stopping Nancy Grace. Nope. Hip hop on trial, y'all. What these do? What they say, y'all? What the group say? The group told everybody straight up, told y'all. It said it's all of them. It said nobody innocent. Nobody. Nobody. Because they know. If they don't know, or they gonna act like they don't know, they ain't gonna tell. They're not gonna help you. But they all gonna know about your abuse. That's what make it worse too. Don't think it's worse when you can look, you at the label, and you can look 7 people in their face, and all of them know what happened to you last night. But you can't say nothing. Just act like nothing never happened. And this shit going for years, and all the people got dirt on you, and you gotta just keep holding your head up. When I told you it's a reason why they scared. When I did jokes like, all I gotta do is pull out baby all of them, they know what's up. I'm not playing with you, y'all. They started crying from 15-year-old stories. The shit blew my mind, y'all. I just can't get over that shit. All right, I'll be going somewhere with it. Because let's go to the history. Let's go to the history. When I told y'all already, the end of an era. Members only, y'all know what's up. When I told these people 2 years ago, don't get crossed out. Don't get X'd out. X marks the spot. You the target. This album cover, what I didn't know when I was young, is that I was the target. We was the target. But after that, they told us that we was going to die at 18. This whole thing was a plot. When I said the whole plan was one day y'all all going to be ass backwards. In your face. This is the Diddy trial. Ass backwards. What is Diddy trial about? Astroglide. Doing shit ass backwards. What is that? Shit you ain't supposed to be doing. Crime. Woman abuser. Not real men. Not real fathers. You're going to play around all day. You're going to jump around. You're going to party. You're never going to be serious. You're going to be clowns. You're going to be totally crossed out. Why? You're going to be ass backwards. You're going to go get your whole family. You're going to go get your moral principle. And when it's finished, you're going to be crossed out of here. Huh? Totally crossed out in your face. So rainbow community, let me make it clear for y'all. You know at the top? The cross people, cross dressers, huh? Bisexual people are at the top now. Because it's a reason for a lot of this shit. This right here meant y'all going, look, see, in your house, you was taught about this cross. But when you come in this game, you're going to get down with this cross. And when it's all said and done, y'all going to be totally crossed out. It's in your face, dummy. So y'all know about silent symbols. Decode that one for me, genius. It ain't in no book. Y'all going to be totally crossed out. Who the main people gonna be totally crossed out? New York. Look at the shirts. What did I say? Because they know the people that was the most phobic, the people that were supposed to be the most hard, the most gangster. Now they're the biggest joke. Diddy, Jay-Z, the one supposed to be the most toughest, the most gangster, the most realest. Then I say, who the most clowns on the internet? Who the ones that got what? Crossed out the most. Who the ones got what? Flipped. Well, y'all been said Atlanta was fruity. Well, they didn't get flipped. If y'all been saying San Francisco was fruity, they didn't get flipped. Who's the fruitiest? Who got flipped the most? Who is Diddy trial about? Who got totally crossed out? Huh? Crossed out means rest in peace. Crossed out also means you don't exist no more. Your history got crossed out. Whoever you was, that shit ain't here no more. You're crossed out. One day I'm going to be ass backwards. And you're going to be taking it. Huh? It's all in your face, y'all. No. Ass backwards. You ain't no man. You ain't going to be using that front part. You're going to use that back part. That's why we put the zipper in the back. That's who y'all are. They were telling you, you come in this industry, this was going to happen to you. You see the light, you see when they film the movie? 1, 2, 3, go. See that right there? Pink, crisscross. Y'all going to be ass backwards this industry. Who did it to him? Jermaine Dupri. Who's Jermaine Dupri? Diddy goddamn cousin. All in your face. So, because Jermaine Dupri ain't in trial, he ain't in the Diddy case, I'm going to think Jermaine Dupri ain't do nothing. No, that's y'all. No, but they were telling us back then, and a coincidence, I was young like that. And they were telling me what I'm going to be, crossed out, but it didn't work. That's y'all. Understand that? Everything you see now, it didn't exist then. It did not exist. Miss me with all your fad. Miss me with your fake-ass trend. It didn't exist. When I told y'all we was raised in a pedal era, here's the proof that we were raised that, bro. When I said we to pray, they were praying on us. Here's the proof. You're going to be crossed out. They were playing with them boys back then. They were having fun with them. Yes, they was. So, one day, when I say the end of era, this your generation right here. If you was in school when this came out, they were talking about that generation. And everyone to come after that. This ushered in ain't no coincidence. This shit came out as soon as 90s came in. This ushered in the 90s. We first, because I know my generation and the ones after. Y'all the first generation, we got to go against y'all damn parents. Yup. Ain't no coincidence, I was playing NWA. They already made us rebellious through music. Y'all gonna go, your granny them told you to go to church, y'all gonna go against that church. That's right. You were told to pull your pants up, that rap gonna make you pull them pants down. But one day you ain't know them pants gonna come all the way down and you gonna be bending over. They were telling us back then. No, the curses of your grannies on some of y'all ass. When some of y'all was told what to do, some of y'all knew what time it was, but you wanted to go against that grain, so now your ass got flipped. You're crossed out. Crossed out just means irrelevant, y'all. That's all it means. One day y'all gonna be totally crossed out, meaning y'all gonna be useless. This shit was a teaching and a grooming, but you ain't looking at it like them boys was getting abused back then. Look at his eyes. Look how he that young with black ring around his eyes. Jermaine Dupri made them little boys demons, man. No, the Geppetto shit happened already. Nobody had common sense to know they was getting abused. No, told you the end of an era, y'all. It's the end of an era. It ain't just no Diddy. No, Diddy is the face of what been happening for 30 years, but it's 1,000 crisscross groups we never gonna hear about. All right? It's very simple. It's 1,000 crisscross groups we not gonna hear about them, but here's one of them. They all get abused. It's the men. All right? So this is what I'm saying, y'all. You're gonna see after this, age ain't nothing but a number came out. The whole concept of the baggy clothes, y'all, I put it together. It was to make little youngsters look older. They was grooming us back in that era because in that era, if you was young with big clothes on, people couldn't tell your real age. That's the game they played. I proved that with Aaliyah. Then you're going to see age ain't nothing but a number come out about 2 years after this. I told you, y'all, we've been through the Geppetto era. We was the prey. They were preying on us, period. But back then, I was a badass, so it wasn't nobody going to do shit to me. But I know it happened because some of my friends told me about shit that somebody tried on them and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you right now. We were young. I know right now. I don't care how many of y'all know. Some of y'all might know. My friend went to a church in Brownsville, off Saratoga. And that preacher was in there touching on all their ass. All them poor kids from Brooklyn, Brownsville, some people I know from Eastern York, he was telling us back then. Because he was bad, and his mother sent him there, but the preacher had this thing set up where all the bad kids go there. And my homie, he from my cloth. So he type gonna fight back. So they kicked him out. But he told about how at night they'd be in there and he'll just go around touching them or making someone come in the room with him. Family, this shit from like, he telling me this shit 90s, bro. So I know a lot of people got touched on, especially in New York. Yes, they did. Because all I know is the same people that was in that shit with him, he was talking about a preacher back then was buying them sneakers, all that shit, taking them shopping. That was back then, bro. Yeah, this shit is a process, bro. It's been going on. And it started back then. When I said it's a bunch of filthy Negroes in that community. Yup. So this is what I'm saying, right? You're just watching the end of an era, y'all. Thank you very much. So we was the prey. They were telling us right here. See that? Y'all gonna be ass backwards. That means irrelevant. And y'all gonna be crossed out. So you're gonna do a lot of talking, but nobody's gonna listen to you. You're just gonna be on the internet. Y'all crossed out anyway. Nobody's listening to you. That's what that means. All right? That's what that means. Well, you heard about it, say part my back, right? Well, that means nobody's listening. That's y'all. Ass backwards. I don't got time to break down every which way everybody's ass backwards. But that's what they was doing in Atlanta, ass backwards. See? TLC, y'all gonna be little boys. See it? Y'all gonna be little boys. So my point is this. Everything that came out of Atlanta, I already knew what time it was. But when I started seeing New York do it, that's when I really caught on. Because the whole Atlanta movement always been freaky. When TLC came out, freaknik. Left eye, condom on face. We ain't seen a condom since Left Eye died. Now have we? Okay. Surely you see they market as a boy. That's what they market them as. But what's the secret to this whole shit? They always getting abused. Who was having fun with all of them? L.A. Reid. Arista Records, Diddy. That's Diddy family in your face. Diddy and Aaron Hall, Father MC running together. They all on the same tour together. Same as that year. Told you this whole fucking shit is related. Whole shit related. So when I say Jermaine Dupri gonna get his day, Jermaine Dupri, daddy, L.A. Reid, is responsible for robbing TLC, right? He actually is the one that got Bow Wow money, and they all did the same shit. They're gonna get theirs too. This is the New York version. The Atlanta version coming soon. Jermaine Dupri, L.A. Reid, and the rest of them. Sure, they got to go to court and tell. Yeah, the Atlanta version coming 27. All right? They all did dirt. Meanwhile, Chris is dead. The brown skin one, he dead. He died way before his time. And y'all know they've been looking bad. Why? They had to hold on to them secrets. These Negroes were dying broke with their secrets, y'all. Hey, I'd rather be dead than die broke. Hey, at least I'm going to die. Y'all might have robbed me. This is how I think, right? So y'all might have robbed me and all that, but see, I'm going to have this nice insurance plan set up for my kids. And hey, at this point, you just going to do me a favor because at the end of the day, I'm going to get mine. Y'all tormenting me, I'm going to torment y'all. That's right. It ain't going down like that. You're going to ruin my life. It's just going to walk off. No. But that's they go down with. I told they go down with that shit. Yeah, they go down with that shit. But really, the question was supposed to be this. Where the hell was his mother at? Where the hell was his mother at? Then when you get the concept of mothers was selling their sons, you'll get it very clear. All right? This also ain't a coincidence. Why back in the day, we at this age, we started selling drugs and shit. Why? It wasn't, we was the focus. Y'all generation gonna love selling drugs. You gonna love the streets. You gonna love guns. You gonna love menace. You gonna love boys in the hood. You gonna love all that shit. You gonna love prison. You gonna love all that shit. This is a generation, y'all, that can't grow up. I know exactly the generations, man. I know exactly what's going on, man. They can't grow up, bro. It's meant to be like that. When I said you in the world can't get out, because you crossed out already. You're lost. This means you're lost. That means you don't know who you are. That means you don't know where you're going. That means you don't know shit. You don't know next. Huh? You so mixed up. They baseball jerseys with their basketball teams. Right there. One of basketball team. I'm just showing you, right? I'm just showing y'all. Everything our life is was already written on a paper, man. One day y'all gonna be ass backwards and you're going to jail. Mainly you New Yorkers. Yep. Same thing to this day. I know blue and orange is prison colors. Huh? New York Penitentiary. What colors you gonna see? New York Project. What colors you gonna see? The New York Project puts you in New York Penitentiary. You're gonna see that blue and orange in you. There's a lot of reasons why I don't like that color. I know what that shit mean now. It's right. Prison state. Despite rapists and murderers getting arrested, Kim Kardashian called ICE raids inhuman for ripping families. See that? Nobody want to hear their mouth. Oh, so y'all got energy for this. Now let me go what I showed y'all on national TV. Look who is the face of ICE protests in New York. Remember what I said? I'll show you again. All in your face. The most people crossed out. See that? New York, right? The most brainwashed. The main ones that got crossed up, right? And crossed over, right? It just all fucked up in the head. It's a reason for that. Let's go. See that? Look who the face. Look who's so crossed out. Just look. ICE ain't got shit to do with them. Look at them. No, they're foreigners. That's why. They're dummies. They don't know no better. If I'm from this country, why the hell would I hold a sign? That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Get somebody else to do it. But when you understand that Negroes get paid this whole shit, because they probably fucking starve, then they got to do what they got to do. All right? Because they're in a prison state. That's why. See that? New York City bracing for more ICE protests. Let's look at this. Immigrants are New York. Immigrants are New York. You're right. You know what that means? That means you don't mean shit to New York. And the truth is, I know the truth. Immigrants are more important than y'all. Immigrants are the bag. But you so stupid, you the one holding the sign. Huh? Immigrants are New York. What they telling you? You know, we mainly care about the immigrants anyway. Tourism. Because we know when they visit, they're going to move here. Yeah. Y'all just live in y'all little communities anyway. And we got it set up where if you ain't got no money, you can't come to Manhattan anyway. That's it. You gonna be trying to figure out your train fare for the week. It's right. It's set up like that. So you gonna hold signs, but you gonna look like a fool. Immigrants are New York. Then let me show you the game. White Americans, they're not dumb like that. They gonna hold that sign. They ain't holding it. Guess who's gonna hold it? Guess who do anything for $1? Let's go. New York, right? Let's go. Immigrants are New York. Well, what are you then? Who are you? That's all I'm saying is she's not wrong. It's just that I'm trying to comprehend who's holding the sign, who's doing all the talking. Remember I said big mouth? Big mouth? Okay. Look at big mouth. They got the sign. Okay. New York is embracing. I know this for a fact. New York can't handle that pressure because it's only certain people that's going to get rounded up. No, they're telling you right here. Let me show you what they're telling you in your face. Immigrants are New York. The rest of y'all, I don't know about y'all. So if y'all happen to get rounded up, that's on y'all. All right? Because this roundup is going to put shit on lockdown. If New York get locked down, that's it. Look at this right here. You see the face? Look what they got doing all the talking. Why everybody? You see that man with that bald head? Quiet. Everybody quiet. You going to say it. You say it, dummy. You going to do all the talking. Look, see? Y'all going to do the talking. Question is why? No, they're gonna let you prove to yourself you're lost. You don't know who you are. You're crossed out. The prank is on you, bro. What's the prank on you? You ain't getting shit anyway. You're talking about people that got $500 a day hotel. You talking about people that was getting $1,000, all this free money. They got more than y'all. That's why y'all broke holding signs, proving y'all don't got no job. Y'all the ones holding signs. Those good migrants got paid already. The migrants was in the city chilling, getting what they had to get. This whole thing is only about dirty migrants dealing in crime. Because they want me to overlook the ones that deal with that trafficking, the ones that deal with that fetty. Guess who's the number one people to hit and run? You still didn't get that yet? Oh, I know a lot of y'all, you don't drive, right? So being that you don't drive, you don't know the most people been doing hit and runs are people not from this country. People that's not supposed to be here, been killing people with vehicles, getting out, running, all that shit. Huh? They caught a man from Ecuador somewhere with a youngster the other day. Yep. But you don't know that, right? No. Because you're dumb. They the main ones been doing hit and runs, y'all. All the people not you're not gonna hit nobody and stay there. No. So they've been doing a whole lot. Look who's doing this. Man beats woman who wouldn't give him money at Brooklyn subway. I'm showing you New York. It's gonna be a hot summer, struggling. It already been like that. Most blacks ain't gonna eat unless they're on that damn system. Period. See that? System. What he doing? Beating up woman. That been going on. Beating up woman. For money. Nobody carries money no more, y'all. That's how you know how desperate it is. What he thought? He gonna catch a lady with $3, $5 and change? Nobody carries money, y'all. But when you starving and you doing bad and you gotta make it, what they gonna do, y'all? You watch this shit gonna be a crumbling. That's right. And all those niggas like him, let me show you where they going at. Let me show you what they saying about him, Diddy, and a lot of them. Right here, y'all. 6 feet of dirt will look great on you. All of them. It look real great on them. See? A lot of them. That's going to be their new home right there. This also show you how your ditch could already be waiting for you. You just don't know it yet. Shit already dug out, plotted, everything. Dirt pile sitting right there. You waiting for your time. That's it. Matter of time. Because now you get what I was telling you. They know they cannot make the world better until it's all gone. So, what I mean by make the world better, these financial things that's going to occur, according to my calculations, these like I'll throw a hint at you. I'll throw a good hint at you. People that work, that earn income credit gonna be looking real nice. People that work, there's gonna be some nice breaks. You're a waitress and all that, low-level jobs. Some things gonna be going on. You're gonna be getting low. You're gonna be looking kind of decent. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Meanwhile, I told you this gotta go first. All resources are put on crime right now. All resources are focusing on crime. Thank you, bro. Because they know that the good life you're gonna have. Look, see, a lot of y'all deserve a good life. You've been doing right your whole life, man. Y'all been doing shit right. Just doing what you're supposed to do. Work, take care of your family. You ain't been hurting nobody, abuse nobody. You mind your business. The world's gonna be set up for all y'all to win and be good and be happy. But first, this gotta get dealt with on every level, according to what I've been seeing. On every level. From verification. Why you think people getting shaken down on taxes they owe, student loans they owe, every single dollar. I seen they finding truck drivers, like they find 100 truck drivers for going through the truck stop. They not playing anything moving illegal, getting checked. I don't care what it is. It's getting checked. That's the agenda. That's the objective. That's why all these cameras got put in place. That's why all this technology is installed. Before 2028, these streets will be 100% clean. Really before that. What am I showing you? A monkey trying to RAPE that man. That's Diddy. Diddy's monkey. Get it? The Diddy monkey started trying to attack that man. Thank you very much. Thanks, LJ. All right. So like I said, right? Be prepared, y'all, because you see what's going on, right? But it's like this. This is the whole concept. In my opinion, it's not about the violence or none of that from the protests. It's about the lockdown. See, this stuff can cause a lockdown where the city be locked down. Something else they also said on TV yesterday I caught. When the woman from the Department of Justice spoke. When she spoke about LA, you know what she said? About knocking on them doors. Basically letting me know, hey, you might get somebody might knock on your door. But like they telling you, if you legit, you got nothing to worry about. Yeah. Shakedown. Protest, one thing. Military might be knocking on doors. All right? So it's a lot going on, y'all. But it's happening in other places, but not all the coverage is there. So let's go. Meanwhile, you just keep paying attention because it's going down. Let's go back some more. Top of the top, top of the top. All you're going to get is dark news, y'all. So This R.KELLY thing looking for real. Now let's look at this right here. I like to look at public opinion. This shows you what people mind at. This Diddy case has proven a lot about certain women. They may love you, but respect the money even more. Now, you see what I was saying? Everybody got opinion, but don't really mean that, right? This Diddy case has proven a lot about certain women. They may love you, but respect the money even more. I'm just going to leave it alone, bro. He don't get it. No, this Diddy case has proven that Diddy's a damn devil, and he has his way with people, human souls. It also shows you that Diddy gets his hands on people. He turns you into what he wants you to be. That's what this is about. This ain't got shit to do with no woman, no certain woman. He had women for different jobs. Kim Porter, wifey at home. Roger Bond, Gene Deal confirmed that. He got the woman for business, Miss Coram. Roger Bond confirmed that. Cassie, the other ones, hoes. What I said, Cassie probably want to get married and mad. Roger Bond said the same shit. No. They all got in trouble, y'all. That's what this case about. But the team of Diddy and his woman and those models, all right, dirt. They doing straight dirt. So I'm saying that for a reason that I want you to say everybody has a comment. Everybody has an opinion. But the problem is a lot of people been talking but don't know what they're talking about, and people believe the shit. So this is not about certain women. It says certain women, they may love you, but respect the money. What he's saying sounds stupid. Because women don't respect money, they love money. The woman that love the money gonna do whatever you say, even if I disrespect their ass. That's what his dumb ass gonna get. It's the money, fool. And it's only certain women would do anything for money. That's the difference. So Diddy only could control certain women with the money. He couldn't control Kim like he controlled Cassie. What else was said that I got very clear? Well, let me not forget this important part. But Roger Bond cracked codes. When I said, in my opinion, they were having threesomes and it went left. I said, in my opinion, Diddy, Cassie, Kid Cudi was having threesomes and it went left. Now, my confirmation was Roger Bond told me Diddy actually made that shit happen. He let them work together. He the one that said for Kid Cudi and Cassie to work together. But he probably didn't think that was going to happen. Like I said Diddy probably already sexed up Kid Cudi. That's why he put him with his woman. Switcheroo. You're going to do this song after me and you, bro. And I think that Kid Cudi betrayed his ass. Because when he blew up his car, like I said, in my opinion, that was some jealousy shit. That was like betrayal. How I know that? Because I looked at it common sense. If Kid Cudi violated Diddy like that, Diddy probably smacked his ass, did something to him personally. But him blowing up his car, in my opinion, was a sign of betrayal. Like, you betrayed me, I'm going to show you, don't you ever play yourself betraying me with my lady. I'm going to blow your shit up. That's how I looked at it. That's how I looked at it. I looked at it like Kid Cudi and all three of them had some shit going on. What I kept saying, y'all, sounded to me like a triangle. But I'm not stupid. If Diddy put Kid Cudi with her, that meant he trusted Kid Cudi to an extent. In his mind, Kid Cudi wasn't no threat to hit that. In his mind, but he was wrong. Roger Bond confirmed it. What else he confirmed what I said? I said Capricorn Clark, she was the one to watch Cassie ass. When she in bondage, you ain't going nowhere. What my man Roger Bond said. Well, Diddy actually put hands on Capricorn Clark. Why? She with you. How the hell is Kid Cudi shit going on anyway? You supposed to be the one watching her. Bop! Told you. Roger Bond told me the truth, but I didn't need him to tell me that. Put it together. Thanks, Roger. Thanks for the confirmation, bro. Roger that. That's right. Guess what? I've never listened to Roger Bond all these years, y'all. He said it. After I put this power drill, what up, punches? Yeah, he put that power drill on their ass. So like I was saying, right? He confirmed it that Capricorn Clark was the watcher over Cassie, like I said. Because he told me Capricorn was his right hand, like his modern day Miss Coram is, Ghislaine. Capricorn used to be that, but I know how this shit goes. So I know that Diddy trusts her, you gonna watch her. And you got them handcuffs. Cassie was in bondage. How you know she was in bondage? She couldn't leave when she wanted to. People watching her ass. Huh? He had her ass kidnapped. What else I said? He took her from Ryan Leslie. Roger Ball confirmed it. He stole it from his ass. But I didn't know that. See? I didn't even know that song, Me and You. Did he even make that one? I thought that was a Bad Boy song. No, I think Ryan Leslie sold her ass. That's what I think. What else I say? Man, according to what I see, I don't think he ever planned for Cassie to come out anyway. Because if you pay attention, you're going to see she was doing way more shit than music. Roger said the same shit. Like I said, I did all details in this shit on my own. I just put it together. I listen to real sources and put it together. I tell them listen to janky ass people. Fuck, I'm going to listen to somebody who wasn't even around Bad Boy. Hell, I'm going to listen to somebody who ain't from New York. Fuck out of here. Now, I will say this. I'm going to say it again. Opinions is one thing. Problem is, y'all listen to opinions and try to make that shit facts. There's nothing wrong with people's opinion. Just get your facts first. Because I say that because people say a lot of dumb shit without facts, y'all. And it's all these facts out here. That what? It's the men that got abused. So, being that the men got abused, this is why you ain't gonna hear nothing else about none of this, y'all. You ain't gonna know who had the pumps on. You ain't gonna know about the Astroglide because all the men that's out here are scared and they're not pressing no charges on Diddy and they don't want no money. They don't want no money, y'all. So here's your proof also that every single black celebrity that been out the past 30 years, all their ass will be broke. They all are finished. All right? The Diddy trial represents the end of an era and everything with it. Like I said. That's why the smart ones are getting their last cash out off the Diddy shit. You ain't making no more money bigger than Diddy. Meaning, if you were with Bad Boy, the biggest money you're going to make is right now. Period. And I'm not talking about no damn YouTube. Even Gene Deal got a book. Cameron ain't got no book. They working on this internet. The works Gene Deal doing will one day transfer to his book, and his book will sell for life. His book will sell when he's dead. His kids will get the publishing of those books. So everything I know what Gene doing, everything Gene doing now is for his future legacy. Period. He's the smartest one out of all they dumbass. When I told you Gene will forever be known in his legacy as the one that went against Diddy. Everybody else will be known as Diddy participants. When it's all done, Gene will be a hero. Everybody else will be baby all participants. So they can front all they want. But when they finish ragging Diddy, they're going to rag all their ass one by one. How they going to know? Follow the pink. The young generation, they don't care about Cameron. Guess they going to say about him and Mace. They already get Mace already. Yes, they are. It don't matter what you think about your era. Just know every other era going to be joking on them. This wasn't exposed to you. It wasn't exposed to the future generations, y'all. That's what y'all didn't get. You already knew about this shit. You just ignored it. So we just ignored a lot of it. The new generation, clowning, joking. Younger generation, using all this shit for content on TikTok, getting paid. Yup, because TikTok is raw and uncut. Yup, and they don't got to worry about nothing. That's where all the real shit at on them. So, you see Cam going hard as paint. No, he letting you be known what he got to do. He letting you know. So, all I'm telling you is, all I say in my opinion to Gene, you got too much integrity, Gene. Don't co-sign none of these clowns, bro. Let them stay the clowns they been. Don't co-sign none of these fools, bro. None of them. Because you know, Gene, you can't speak for another man, bro. You know you can't do that. You can take up for a man today. Tomorrow you do some clown-ass shit. You know that. So, Gene Deal addresses Cameron. You know, the Cameron got out of drama for the Punish interview. And this just proved that Gene, you know, Cam part of the damn family. So, it's okay. But all I'm saying is, Cam is just like Kim Kardashian. Because if she getting smoked, that's everybody. Kim Kardashian smears ICE as ripping innocent people from their homes. Meaning, what they said about Kim. Her close pal is Sean Diddy Combs. He RAPE'd and ripped innocent people, including children from their families. Yet this serial stinkhole said nothing. Keep her lips closed. You know what I'm saying? Keep her lips closed. So I'm just giving you the update that public feels that anybody that say anything about Diddy, they don't want to hear their mouth. This, when I say stuff like they ain't gonna shake this one, this is what I mean. They ain't going around it. People not stupid. Nope. If you didn't go against Diddy like Gene Deal and Roger Bonds, nobody want to hear your mouth. Not in the real world. I say that clear, in the real world. On the internet, BT, that's one thing, but in real life, nope. Several Diddy partiers who have been silent about his case are now speaking out against ICE. Sorry. They talking about the game and others. Good Morning America announces major shakeup marking the end of an era. So media will acknowledge the end of an era. I showed you so many different things that said end of an era, but they didn't want to accept that this rap and this whole Diddy shit means the end of an era. They didn't get that. Why is it the end of an era? What did Roger Bond also say? That's why I love the interview I watched this morning. When they had the conversation about bisexual men, what did he say? What I said. If Diddy would have came out the closet, if he would have come out the closet, it wouldn't have been this bad. Kept telling y'all that. What they say, when you in a closet and you got to keep all these secrets, that make it even worse. It make it like that. Told you already. Anybody didn't come out that closet, they ass gonna be broke and finished. Finish. Told you already. With this shit. What I kept saying yesterday, I said, yo, y'all, they were supposed to come out. They were supposed to Aryan, because I know how this shit work. Little Richard. They were supposed to come out. Now, you see how Little Richard ain't in pink? Now, remember a lot of rap. Remember I just showed you rappers yesterday in pink, right? I showed you all throughout the years. See Little Richard in blue? That meant he was a man of respect when he died. That's right. But when you get that, Diddy is Little Richard, Jay-Z is Little Richard, Mace Little Richard, Cameron, Drake, Kendrick, Dr. Dre, all of them, Little Richard, when you get that part clear, then you just get that every generation, every person does it their own way. But you're going to see them in that damn pink because that is the formula. You see crisscross, see the sky's pink? That's y'all fucking code. It's in everything. You see her covering the Diddy trial? You see that pink? All right. Covering Diddy trial, pink. You see Boondocks cartoon talking about rappers? Rappers in pink. It's an old secret that's out the bag. This secret is over 50 years old. The secret came out to prove the end of an era. That's why it's out. But when you don't want the era to close, when you don't want the era to move on, you're going to try to hold on to your old world, your old era, right? 1990s been played out. I'm trying to keep the 90s going. 2001 played out a long time ago. I'm still trying to keep it going. I'm still talking about Jay-Z and Nas every day. Like it just started. No, y'all can't transition. When it says the end of an era, it means the end of a world, which means a new world has been created. And a new world has been created without a lot of y'all. So being that it's a new world created without you, all you have left is an old era. But every old era dies and everything with it. So I'm telling you what's going to happen. All right. When I showed you it is no black entertainment trending because it's the end of an era, meaning they're not letting it trend. Hey, you ain't going to see it, guys. You ain't going to see it. You know, you don't believe me? Anybody do it right now? Anybody right now, go to X and watch and go look at the trending topics right now and see what you see and holler back at me. All right. Because other than that, I'm talking about y'all. The Diddy trial is not even trending. How is that? Now, we know that's not possible. You should know if this Diddy trial is not trending, it's because they got it quiet. Simple. All right? What's up, Chevy T? Cam and Mace was just over there giggling about Gene hiding behind the car after Big got killed. Maybe Gene didn't know they were joking on him. All right? That's why Cam and Mace are lovers anyway, bro. They're the only ones laughing and joking. But everybody outside of New York laughing at them. So when you understand how big New York is in YouTube, then you know the truth about Cam and Mace. Only people believe Kevin Mace, people from New York. That's it. New York, Negroes over 45, and people on this internet. That's about it. Other than that, y'all, nobody cares about Kevin Mace because everybody know Mace like dildos, and everybody know Mace got caught with a trans in that truck. So nobody cares about them. All right? Is it the truth? Why are we talking about this? I didn't know he had beef with Diddy, y'all. Did y'all know that? I never knew Diddy put hands on him. But y'all do know he got found dead, right? The death, Shakir Stewart, makes sense of suicide. Then I was tripping. His name was close to Tupac Shakur. Y'all know he got found in the suicide, right? But I didn't know he had beef with Diddy, though. I didn't know Diddy crowned his ass before. In 2000, Combs allegedly broke a chair over the head of music executive Shakir Stewart at a wedding in Italy, leaving him bleeding. Stewart's mother and two close friends confirmed the incident. Stewart's mother saying he left him bleeding on a hotel floor in Italy. Combs allegedly threatened Stewart saying, "I'm going to slay you." Stewart's mother advised her son to leave the music industry, describing to leave the music industry. Stewart's mother advised her son to leave the music industry, describing Combs as crazy. Mama knew what time it was. He didn't listen, right? Okay. The excerpt is the Rolling Stones' recent article, Bad Boy for Life, Sean Combs' History of Violence. Bingo. What I keep telling y'all, his man abuse, he did it to the man. There you have it. And that man is R.I.P. He was Jeezy's manager. But he was found dead, just like Chris Lighty was. The thing about him is, all these years, I never knew he had beef with Diddy. That's why I be telling you, man, I listen to certain people that can tell me shit. That's why I always be telling y'all that shit. If you leave from an interview, you leave from content, and you didn't learn nothing you knew before that, you ain't watching no fucking content. You ain't watching it. You watching fucking reruns. I only watch people like watch this shit this morning, got so much out of it, all the confirmation. Because he talking about that Kim Porter stuff. I think it was something where I think Kim Porter might have been messing around with him. Something like that, if I'm not mistaken. One thing I learned about Diddy too, when he do that treacherous shit, messing with his women. Crowned his ass with a chair. And look how smart Diddy was. He did in Italy, so he can't press charge or sue. If you press charge or sue, you got to do that shit in Italy. So that means Diddy probably already planned to do that shit. He ain't like his ass. Crowned him. Years later, when they're in Atlanta, when they take over Atlanta, his ass dead. Huh? When they say there's a lot of dead people around this shit, when they say Diddy got a lot of henchmen, he got dirt on people, uh-oh. And somehow, what label did he work for, y'all? Def Jam. Who Chris Lottie worked with? Def Jam and Mona Scott Young. Love and Hip Hop. All right, you getting it? It's the reason why they're in jail. Let's go back to this R.KELLY thing, man. Then we're going to close out. I believe a hit was on R.KELLY. I believe it. What about y'all? I believe that shit, y'all. I believe it. For the simple fact, how long R.KELLY been locked up? Let's say about 3 years. 3 years he been locked up. 2 months before Diddy trial starts, they put Aryan Brotherhood with our family. That shit don't make no sense. They're not even supposed to put him with no black gangbangers. Why would they put him with white Aryan Brotherhood? When I know that dirty COs could be bought, especially if you're a CO and somebody say, let me get that account number. You just wake up one day, all that money there. R.KELLY's legal team has filed an emergency motion for the singer to be released from federal custody after claiming that there is a secret plot to end the disgraced artist's life. According to Kelly's attorneys, they have obtained evidence to show that officials recruited an inmate to murder him while in federal prison. Let me show you this too, y'all. And let me show you this too. Let me show you how the world is controlled. And you see everybody on this Diddy shit? Whole time now, this R.Kelly shit is low-key realer than the Diddy shit. Because if this is true, that means that somebody sent a hit on R.Kelly, which means R.Kelly got a lot of dirt on some people, and these people felt so threatened, they was ready to take his life. What else they say? The realest shit right here. According to a sworn statement from terminally ill, the Aryan Brotherhood member is sick. But if he wasn't sick, he probably wouldn't be telling. We'll see. Ill Aryan Brotherhood leader, Michael Glenn Stein. Prison officials allegedly promised him freedom in exchange for taking out R. Kelly, fearing Kelly and his lawyers would expose damaging info. Stein says the office planned to sabotage evidence so he'd walk if charged. Are you getting it right there? According to a sworn statement, y'all. I know COs are dirty. So let's go into this important part. Stein, the Aryan man who allegedly was sent to do the hit. He was supposed to carry out the hit, but he ultimately warned R. Kelly instead. He told R. Kelly, yo, they got a hit on you. They wanted me to do it. Kelly's team also says they later learned a second Aryan Brotherhood member was tapped to slay both Kelly and Stein. They argue the singer remains in serious danger as he's still locked up with Brotherhood members. There you have it. I don't believe the R. Kelly situation. His defense team saw opportunity and they're going to run with it. I look at it like that too. It can go both ways. That's why I say this could go two ways. It's only two ways it can go. Either he telling the truth or he ain't. But the way it's being laid out, it's a hellified plot. Because the only thing that makes it weird is that they put the Aryan man in his cell. They put the Aryans with him 2 months ago. That's the only thing I'm looking at. That's a hell of a coincidence. And then the other coincidence is he's sick. He's sick, meaning he got nothing to lose. So ain't no telling. Then I look at it like this. If he really was Aryan Brotherhood, when did him and R. Kelly have time to put this together? So I'm looking at it all. Or they could have put it together in the past 2 months. I don't know, y'all, but I just know that's how this shit's set up to be. It's set up to make it look like it ain't nothing. That's why it's being overplayed. And I know how real this shit work. I know a lot of time when they downplay shit, that's the real shit. When they pushing it, fake shit. So that's how I'm looking at this. Because I didn't just see this on media takeout. No. I always check more than one source. See that? R. Kelly's attorney filed for immediate. So this ain't just no media takeout. I look for one source. And guess what? I was still late. So being that I was late and they downplaying this shit, that's when I know shit got merit to it, y'all. I know how this media shit work, bro. The shit they downplay, that's what the truth be at sometimes, y'all. Because remember, if this shit was true, they don't want this shit to get out. Hell no. Hell no. Because that would mean government conspiracy, y'all. Get it? But this one question you ain't hear, you ain't never gonna hear. You ain't hear nothing about no executive getting taken out, right? So now look at all the so-called other complexion executives that know everything, but you ain't gonna hear nothing about nobody taking them out. All I'm talking about they bosses. Yeah, all they bosses. All they bosses the ones sitting back. Then I want you to ask this question. Why am I talking about R. Kelly and they put his face in this shit? Just so happened, this the picture they used. They didn't use no solo R. Kelly picture. They used his shit. I look at it like they was trying to send me a subliminal message. They trying to say Jay-Z was the one trying to put a hit on him. R. Kelly demands team release him over plot. Why they use his picture or pictures? I don't think he got nothing to do with it, but TOREY Lanez and them think so. And that's another thing I'm looking at. I'm looking at what just allegedly happened to TOREY Lanez. It could have been planned out for Tory or R. Kelly to get at the same time. Same month, get their ass. See, that's how I think, y'all. We don't know. So, other than that, y'all get it clear. What's up here? All right. So, yeah, y'all. When I told you a lot of people wanted to put on R. Kelly, that's what they thought. But see, R. Kelly is the face of a lot of them too. Remember, a portion of them are fruity, but a portion of them love minors. So everybody that love minors, when they see R. Kelly face, they run too. They be ashamed. R. Kelly is a reminder to all Geppettos that mess with minors. One day you're going to be just like R. Kelly. Yup. Yeah. So that's why I say, you got two issues. When I say that whole, let's go back to crossed out. Let's go back to crisscross, y'all. Everything they doing now, it didn't exist back then. It wasn't like that. See, bro, back then you was young, but now you a Geppetto, bro. You got crossed out. Back then you was young. You ain't know nothing about alternative lifestyles. Well, you do now. See how you got crossed out? Your family taught you about the cross. That's okay. You spit on that cross, you ain't want to do it, right? You picked up another cross, right? Okay. Live with it. But what you didn't know is you're going to live, but that's it. So they was telling us one day we all going to be ass backwards. And they also was telling us back then it's going to happen through the music y'all love. The music y'all love is going to flip y'all inside out, upside down, and that's going to be y'all. Only reason why I know all this shit, because it's written in the book that one day y'all going to be so mixed up, y'all won't know light from darkness, darkness from light, up from down, down from up. You won't know nothing. You won't know straight from sideways. It was written already, y'all. Now we're looking at it 30 years later. Hit you proof now. The main people they were telling us going to be backwards is New York people. Because back then, New York was considered to be the smartest as far as conscious, awareness, freedom, and the kings of entertainment. Back then, New York was at the top, but they were telling us, man, y'all going to all be crossed up. Yup. Crisscross. Hot wire. They were crisscross is too hot wire. I tell you from the cartoon, when they get on the machine, your brain going to dog, the dog brain going your brain. You somebody else. You got crossed up. That's right. Fusion. Science. Back then, no such thing as what you see today. So, did they lie to us? And it's a coincidence. When rap went to Atlanta, everything got flipped backwards. Huh? When hip-hop went to Atlanta, what happened after that? They were showing you right here. This is what we started to tell y'all you're gonna be backwards. Then we started Atlanta, we promoted that backwards shit. But they also watched the whole world get flipped backwards. How? Well, they were making black music, but when it was all said and done, they were doing rock star shit, rock and roll. This generation. Back in the day, it was reverse. They started the rock and roll, the white people followed it. But this is a point y'all didn't get. The whole key with black star and rock and roll, which y'all don't get is, what they be telling you is we got the blacks to do the freaky shit first, the freaky drugs. They use blacks for rock and roll to make rock and roll demonic, filthy, nasty, and they got people to do the low down dirty work. Because back then, rock and roll was used as a weapon to get people out of the church. It was used to get people out of their household, religious beliefs. Everything you see in America now was created from the 50s. Back then, there was no such thing as a baby boomer. This is when they were born. They were born out of freaky wedlock. Rock and roll started the generations you see to this day. But Little Richard started the behavior because when it had to be sex, drugs, rock and roll, weirdos. A black man on TV with makeup on his face was considered a weirdo back then. A lunatic. The word freak in his day meant you's a fucking weirdo. Get out of here, you freak. That's what it meant back then. Throughout time and decades, that word was put on you, and then to this day, you embrace the word. That's why to this day, you got freakoffs. So everything relates to this shit. It's history. You a freak. They used to go to the freak show. You pay a coin to see a weird looking person. But you didn't get back then, they called them freaks. Little Rich was considered a freak, a weirdo. Because to get the money, you gotta look like a weirdo. Rock and rollers look like what? Weirdos. That's their job. But what you didn't get is they made blacks be weirdos, took that energy and infused it in rock and roll, and after that, it all starts from here. Meaning the alternative life, everything in America that's normal, rock and roll will be the opposite of that. And when you follow these two paths, one way is boring, called the right way, church, all that, whatever, religion, is whatever. This way is where all the fun is. But one path ends to success in the end, one path ends to failure in the end. And the choice is yours. That's the industry. But the difference is back then, they knew the game they was playing. Nowadays, they didn't know that. So nowadays, when they were saying, hey, we all brothers, we all family, they believe the shit. We all together. They believe that shit. No, Little Richard knew back then, I want my damn money, and that's it. Yeah, I do what I do. I want my fucking money, and that's it. Leave me the hell alone. It wasn't with none of that shit. We friends, we hanging together, we taking off with. They wasn't doing all that shit. Only time they were cool like that when they on the road together. But they knew it's about each one of us, competition, that's it. But Little Richard ain't abused nobody. The white man abused him. The white executives abused him because he couldn't say no back then. If that white man said he wanted to have Little Richard had to do it. This same game was taught every decade, every generation. Barry Gordy did it too. Barry Gordy did the Motown. They all had to do the same shit. All the black, once this black entertainment took off, the white man gave him the keys and said, y'all gonna handle this shit now. Y'all take care of y'all own. And this way it come from. That's why there ain't no secret no more, because it's fucking old. All right? No more record deals, y'all. No more superstars. No more black American superstars. He was the first, Diddy was the last, y'all. And everything in between. Which means the end of an era is cemented already. All you got now is these old stories. Hopefully you get some good ones. Because I don't got to know what nobody did, what Diddy did. I know through them. I know how horrific he was by how these three men still crying years later. No. So I look at it like this. Some of them just keep a better face than others, y'all. That's about it. But on that note, y'all, we're going to get out of here. My job is done for today. I got more coming. I got more coming on some other stuff, all right? But like I say, you're going to see these topics get more dead. But I use this time to go into some of the history to bring it up to date. That this whole shit was abusive, y'all. Little Richard days, the white man did abusing. Watch Cadillac Records. 90s, East Coast, West Coast, the blacks did all the abusing, y'all. Period. R.KELLY, all of them. Every black face of power did abuse, y'all. Until proven otherwise. So everybody had their opinions. I got mine, you got yours, but the facts is the facts, man. The proof is we have nothing positive built because rock and roll does not produce nothing positive. It's not supposed to. You call it rap, hip hop, but the behavior was rock and roll because that's the spirit, rock and roll. That's why they all got to sign in at that Hollywood lodge. All right, they're gonna sign in with that rock and roll lodge. That's their headquarters. That's who they are. That's what they do. It's just that some of them get down and they don't know what they down with. But you're gonna see another thing. They might be abused, but they still didn't leave that R&B shit. If somebody offered them a deal right now, they'll take it. But they don't know how this shit work. To be free, you got to turn your back on all that shit. So that's all it is, y'all. When I became free is when I shitted on this shit 10 years ago. Even if I was lying to myself. Even if I lie to this day and say F-rap. Say I might even mean the shit. But that's how I got to feel. That's how I got to be. Because that shit ain't good for us. That's why. All right? It's no different when I say, you want to drink? You say, nah, I don't feel like drinking that shit right now. That's rap music, y'all. That's it. When you understand this shit was a poison, then you can heal yourself. If that man don't know he's with the devil, Diddy, if he don't acknowledge the fact, I sold my soul to the devil, I was with that motherfucker every day. If he don't acknowledge that shit, he gonna be haunted for the rest of his fucking life. Until he admit you signed up with the damn devil, nigga. That's what all y'all do, and then you want to fucking cry about it. No. When you sign up with that devil, you gonna take what come with it, but you gonna shut up. Huh? That's how it works. Why I say that is he didn't turn his back on this shit. So obviously he's still ready. But this gonna be a lesson for a lot of people that don't know when to let shit go. Because time has moved on, y'all. So I'll show y'all through Good Morning America. Plain as day. The end of an era, y'all. Diddy them talking about crack pipes. That ain't nothing. The end of an era. See that? Good Morning America announces major shakeup, marking the end of an era. Diddy trial in the hip-hop game is a major shakeup. End of an era. All right? What she say? We need a Diddy trial episode of the Boondocks, and immediately. She knows about the Boondocks. If you don't know about the Boondocks, that's because you late. That's because you late. All right? Everybody know. She said we need a part 2 to that old shit. We need a new version. Sit. See the male models? How the fuck did Boondocks know Diddy loved male models back then? To this day, we don't even know who make the Boondocks. All right? To this day, Cameron's still in his pink. He don't think we know this. NWA, gangster rap, cartoon characters. They know grown-ass men gonna watch that shit too. Yup. Because they know the grown man has been reduced to a child. That's what crisscross means too. You're never gonna grow up. The crossbreed of y'all also is too. Y'all been crossbred a lot. The crossbreeding of y'all also is you're going to be grown-ups mixed with kids for the rest of your life. You will forever be an adult mixed with a child. That's another crossbreed you are too. When I tell you different people been created, yup. You will forever be a grown man mixed with a kid. You will be a grown man, but you will do every exact. You two women, your homegirl, your girl, your daughter, your homegirl, well, whatever they telling you. You're a crossbreed. You're going to be kids that never grow up. You're going to be both. And I loaded up some stuff on here that ain't on here. Hold up. If I had y'all wait this long, I might as well put because I had Michael Jackson. You put Michael Jackson up. Top of the top intro. Yeah, y'all. So that's how it's going to be. Like, you see when this shit about when R.KELLY on that cover, that shit say Diddy and R.KELLY. Hey, y'all, you going to see this video ain't touch 1,000 out once. You know, every morning this video touch 1,000. No. Tell you, man, half the world is either Diddy or R.KELLY, man, in that community. Half of them are, y'all. I'm not bullshitting you. I tell you, man, when it ain't about laughing at Diddy, nobody want to hear that shit because nobody ain't laughing. Once again, if Nancy Grace on your ass, my people that know what's up, y'all know what's up. Nancy Grace on top of all. And she got a YouTube channel. So I'm just showing y'all. What's up? Holler me in the chat before we get out of here. Hold up. Kick, man. Wow, for real. What's up, Black Samurai? What's up? Hold on. I'm going to just load up this picture with Michael Jackson. Then we're going to get out of here. Give me 1 second. 1 second. All right, I'm about to load this real quick. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we here. All right, let's go. Let's take a look at this old picture. Let me show y'all some shit. This shit was in your face the whole time, y'all. Let's go. Michael Jackson was who he was too. That's right. When I tell you they have fun with them boys, now you see why when it was all said and done, Jermaine Dupri ended up with who? Michael's sister. Now you see why? Huh? See what Michael Jackson throwing up, right? What you think he did? The brown skin one, his favorite too. Yup. You think he did? Now you see why the Jacksons love Jermaine? Because Jermaine been around Mike. Huh? It was already in your face. The 90s was the Geppetto era. They tested the faith of blacks with Michael Jackson. When they seen, they told y'all every single detail about Mike, and y'all still said let him go, they knew who y'all was, brainwashed. When they had R.KELLY in court, had the P evidence, the tape, all that, y'all said free R.KELLY. Now, years later, Diddy, that's what? Y'all proved it. Three generations of perverts, idiots, and dummies. On top of that, they shot and killed each other to the death. Therefore, they proven they are not fit for society. Well, even they see wrong, they ain't gonna say nothing anyway. They look at it like this. They don't need people in society no more that they call useless eaters. The useless eaters are the people that just want to take to their benefit and they just go when they good. They don't care about nobody else. So, then the people they ready to get rid of, y'all. That's why Diddy whole team in court. Not Roger Bond, but his staff represent how people will use people around them to do dirt. These people to play innocent roles, but they're 100% in on the dirt. But when I know they did a science project with them rats in a maze, and it was said that when it's all said and done, the rats going to turn each other. But that's how I look at it. All y'all in the same game. Y'all all in the game of whatever. But now we're at the point where all y'all going to start turning on each other. The music industry is over. They know that. Once you take the cheese away from the rats going to eat each other up. I was say, once the Diddy shit died down, once everybody realizes no more money, it's nothing else to really make money off of, then they start turning on each other. It's called imploding for a reason. This whole thing was a science project. Yeah. Master knows once we take away their resources, they will use their tools against each other. It's very simple, man. If I'm your master and I'm the one that tell you what to build, how to build, when to build, if I don't tell you shit, you ain't gonna know what to do, right? Okay. And eventually you're gonna starve and start using them tools on each other. That's why we get y'all guns in the hood. Because we knew y'all gonna kill each other. Never was scared of how many guns y'all got. We just know as long as we get them guns in their hood, those tools, they will use those tools against each other. That's how it works. Science. Give them tools and they will use them against each other. That's how it's going to be. All right. So on that note, we're going to get out of here. 1. Jada, finish. Monique, finish. LA, finished. Kim K, finished. They don't want to hear her mouth neither, y'all. Nobody. Anybody affiliated with Diddy any kind of way, they do not want to hear their mouth. We out. Yo, these people so dumb, though. This is how dumb they are. The industry is set up where they know you're going to sell out for the money. But they still ain't going to make it easy for you to get the money. They didn't know they still supposed to be educated in the world they in. So they know what they're dealing with at all times. They didn't know that. They actually was doing all this shit for the money. And that's how it was set up for failure like that. Because they knew only the smart ones would know how to maneuver. Who the smart ones? The ones that got money out this shit. Who the dumb ones? Everybody that's broke. They knew the broke ones would never be able to maneuver through this shit. This whole industry is based on geniuses, man.
If you was not an autistic genius, you wasn't gonna make it anyway. A lot of them just, like I said, they just didn't know that shit. Nah, you gotta be a genius with this shit. Can't be dumb and hang around the devil, y'all.